Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, hopefully one of your favorite official content creators for the First Descendant, and we are ready to rock. We will be playing the TFD live stream. All right, unfortunately I wasn't here at the start, obviously because I was still asleep, but we are going to watch it together live, so please do look forward to it. If you guys missed the main thing, then you can watch it with me now. We're going in completely blind, Baldwin, as we always do, but that's fine. I don't really care about spoilers, but at the same time, in order to facilitate discussion, if you've already watched it, then you probably don't want to watch the stream. If you have not watched it yet, then you can definitely watch the stream with me, and we will go through it together. And we can commentate and discuss or things like that. So the choice is yours, but again, if you've already watched the live stream, there's literally no point in being here. This is just me commenting on the live stream as we go through and rewatching it from the beginning. So let's have some fun watching the First Descendant. Well, Terrence, you shouldn't ask that question now because we're literally going to watch it together. So rather than asking that question, if you're here, watch it together with us. All right, then we can talk about it. Bit silly to ask, were there any buffs today when we haven't even watched it yet? Austin, let's stay away from disparaging comments toward people that I, kind of work with. All right. If you got anything like that to say it in our private Discord. Don't say it in a public space. I mean, when I have a contract with somebody, you're not really supposed to do that, buddy. Okay. If you got private thoughts to air out, that's what our private Discord is for. Okay. Public spaces, all smiles every day. Is that understood, everybody? Places, people, and smiles, please. Yeah. Remember, anything you have to say, learn to do it stealthily, discreetly. Okay? Those in the inner family, we have our private Discord for a reason, yes? Okay. Let's take a look at things together. All right, this goal is a ridiculous goal. I don't actually expect anyone to give anything today because honestly, I just wrote there if you want to give me money, but we won't be focusing on the usual goal stuff that we do. All right, let's get started together. Okie dokie day. Okay, here's the start.
기다려주시면 감사하겠습니다. So,
when is the actual start? Okay, there we go. Well, let's watch it together then. I understand, Austin, but like I said,
hello everyone. This is Jason,
I have contracts,
community manager for the First Descendant. Welcome to our August Dev Live. Today I'm joined by our producer and director. Wow, I mean, it's been a while since the three of us got together like this. I think like the most recent one was the Descendant Fest, probably. 예, 안녕하세요. 퍼스트 디센던트 커뮤니티 매니저 제이슨입니다. 오늘 8월 데브 라이브에는 저희 PD님과 디렉터님 모두 참여를 해주셨습니다. 또 이렇게 셋이 다 함께 방송에 나오는 것이 정말 오랜만인데요. 한번 두 분의 인사 들어보겠습니다. So, how have you guys been? Please say hello to our players.
안녕하세요. 이범준입니다.
Sorry about that.
제이슨님 말씀대로 디센던트 페스트 후에 오랜만에 인사를 드리게 되었는데요.
The color will be a bit off, by the way, because of the fact that I'm using Google Chrome for this, but
게임의 내적
it works best with
외적으로
OBS.
발생한 여러 이슈들로 불편을 드린 점 사과드립니다.
Okay.
Hello, this is Bumjun Lee. As Jason mentioned, it's been a while since the Descendant Fest. First, I would like to apologize for any inconvenience caused by various issues that arose both in and outside the game following the Season 3 update.
네, 안녕하세요. 주민석입니다. 저희가 이제 엑시온 업데이트하고 커뮤니티에서 또 말씀 주시는 여러 가지 포스팅들도 확인하고 있고요. 오늘 새로운 업데이트 소개해드린 이후에 라이브 Q&A도 진행할 예정이고 이때 여러분들께서 궁금해하시는 질문들도 답변 드릴 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Hello, this is Minseok Ju, and I have reviewed the various posts in the community following the Axion update. After introducing our new updates, we will do our best to answer any questions you may have during the live Q&A session. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since our last Dev Live. Today, we plan to introduce content that will be updated on September 4th. We've prepared a test build so that we can show everyone as much gameplay as possible. And if any errors occur during the broadcast, please understand that it is a test build. 예, 그래서 오늘은 또 9월 4일 업데이트되는 콘텐츠를
Okay, they didn't let us test this one, unfortunately.
저희가 좀 보여드리려고 딱 이렇게 준비를 했습니다.
I'll slightly lower the volume.
혹시나 이 오류가 발생하더라도 이게 테스트 빌드니까.
Thank you guys for the super chats.
So let's get started.
Right. My apologies. I
해보겠습니다.
can't really look at them because I want. Okay,
yes,
actually,
so today
I can.
we will introduce a variety of content, including the lounge,
this is better.
Ultimate Luna, trigger modules, fellows, a QOL improvements, along with the monthly balance and skins as well. And finally, we will share details on the events for September. So please stay tuned until the end of our broadcast. 예, 그래서 오늘은 라운지, Ultimate Luna.
Okay, let's talk about the lounge first.
도력자와 함께 편의성,
This is going to be interesting. Let's see what they have to say.
마지막으로는 9월 업데이트, 9월 이벤트 관련된 내용을 소개해드릴 예정입니다. 그래서 끝까지 좀 시청을 부탁드리겠습니다. Okay, let's get started. So we've prepared this build, and I think it's going to come up soon. 아직 올라오지 않고 있는데 잠시만 좀 기다려주시면 감사하겠습니다. Yeah, so the first thing you'll be looking at is the lounge, which is something that many of you have been looking forward to since Season 3 was announced. It's a highly anticipated feature along with the sword. So, producer, I think we got this build ready. 예, 그래서 이제 많은 분들이 기대하시는 라운지를 좀 보여드릴 텐데 바로 이제 또 보여주시는 거죠?
네, 네 맞습니다. 눈썰미가 좋으신 분들이 이미 눈치를 채셨을 것 같은데요. 그 알비온의 출동 대기실이 살짝 변했어요. 네, 이게 사실은 라운지로 입장하는 엘리베이터고요. 이게 이미 라이브에는 업데이트되어 있습니다.
Yeah, that's right. So those with a keen eye may have noticed that Albion Dispatch lobby has undergone a slight change. So this elevator here is leading to the lounge has already been updated in the live build.
네, 그러면 라운지 한번 입장해 볼까요?
Interesting.
The lounge then.
네, 들어가 보겠습니다.
Welcome, chosen one.
Yeah, finally, we got ourselves a home in the First Descendant. 예, 그래서 드디어 이 First Descendant 속에서
Wait, we're in first person in the lounge. Okay. So this is turning into.
That's a music.
한국인 유머.
Yeah, something that came from a Korean program long ago.
전 세계 어리둥절.
아마 좀 보시는 한국 유저분들은 또 아시는 노래일 것 같아요. 그렇죠?
죄송합니다.
네, 그럼 진행해 볼게요. 네, 이번에 라운지에는 3개의 공간이 추가가 되는데요. 지금 보이는 장소가 바로 거실이고요. 여기서 이쪽에 있는 안내자를 통해서 환경 설정을 변경을 할 수 있습니다.
Okay, so the guide is now in your house.
3 new spaces have been added to the lounge, and the location you're seeing now is the
You can
living
change the
room.
weather and the
Here you can adjust the
atmosphere.
settings through the guide over here.
Okay.
날씨하고 조명을 변경할 수 있는데요.
Yeah, you can change features like the weather and lightning.
비가 오게 할까요? 비 오는 날씨로 한번 가볼까요?
그렇죠.
Rainy
Well,
weather.
rainy evening sounds good. Yep. Not gonna lie.
네, 이런 식으로.
I love the fact that we can change the atmosphere, and yeah, we do get housing.
계승자 배치 역시
This is more housing than
랜덤하게 할
most of
수가
us will ever
있는데요.
receive in our
랜덤으로
lives. So
설정을
yeah.
하게 되면은 라운지 입장할 때마다 계승자 배치나 스킨이 랜덤하게 바뀌게 할 수가 있습니다. 네.
Yeah, so you can also choose to randomize the placement of the descendants. So if you set it to random, the placement and skins of the descendants will change randomly every time you enter the lounge. So you might see unexpected scenes.
네, 그러면 쇼파에 한번 계승자를 배치해 볼까요?
네, 네. 이미 루나가 오늘
루나가
네,
기다리고
이번 달에
있네요.
준
Yeah,
네.
Luna's already
루나가
there,
앉아있습니다.
waiting for
네,
us.
네.
Yeah.
루나 옆에는 한번 여기다가 네, 저는 카이를 한번 배치해 볼게요. 네. 제가 옷은 이번 배틀 패스
Sasuke, please don't refer to the WF game. If you want to talk about that, please leave my stream, sir. Okay, let's talk about TFD. If you refer to the WF game, you will be banned permanently.
헤일리를 한번 앉혀 보도록 하겠습니다. 네.
Over here, I'm going to place Haley.
네, 헤일리는 이번에 새로 나온 선셋 칵테일 스킨을 입혀뒀고 아마 헤어는 처음 보시는 걸 텐데 이거는 네, 이번에 새로 추가되는 헤어이기도 합니다.
Yes, so I'm going to be using the new Sunset Cocktail skin, and this hair is something that's coming new over
그리고
here.
이쪽에는 네, 지난달에 밸런스 패치가 된 제이버 한번 배치해 볼게요.
Okay, so we
On this
put
side,
Lepic
I'll
there.
place Jaber.
어디 있냐 제이버? 여기 있네요. 네, 제이버를 배치하고 여기서 스킨을 이런 식으로 바꿀 수가
See you later,
있는데요. 제가 이번 달에는 제이버 플레이를 많이 하고 있는데 제가 좋아하는 스타일로 한번 꾸며보도록 하겠습니다.
So I'm playing Jaber a lot this month, so I'm gonna make him into something that I prefer.
저는 이런 느낌으로 게임을 많이 즐기고 있어요. 제이버는.
So this is like a style that
내
I
취향은 아니다.
play with.
페인트를 다르게 하고도
네,
놀기
참.
때문에 옆에다가는 조력자도 배치를 하도록 하겠습니다.
근데 왜 바닥에 앉혀놓니? 왜 이렇게 하대하냐?
네. 한국은 바닥에 많이 앉아서
So we've been seeing a lot of chat
한국인은
saying,
소파에 안 앉아요. 소파 앞에 앉는 게.
yeah, why place Jaber over there?
이거
It's something that we
뒤쪽에는
see.
그냥 애쉬모도 한번 좀 앉혀놔 볼까요? 네, 여기에 애쉬모가 이렇게 딱 앉아 있는 게 뭔가 우수에 잠긴 애쉬모?
시모하고 안 어울리는 것 같은데.
Simo over there, kind of thinking
그러면
about something.
좀 더 어울리게 집안에서는 네 하자마.
Pajamas.
They should have done this for Arcane.
반스만 입고.
네, 네 이렇게 되고요. 네, 네 이렇게 배치를 마무리했습니다.
Yes, so we completed putting our descendants over there on the lounge.
네, 그리고 뭐 당연한 얘기긴 하지만요. 플레이어가
I'll pause there to address this. Mr. Zoro, Luna didn't jump the line. They released one female, one male descendant, and that is what they've stated up front. It's nothing to do with Gooners. I mean, if that's your commentary, then bro, this is not the game for you. If you are anti-Gooner, why are you even here playing this game? All right, the Gooners are literally paying your server costs. So, yeah, unless you have outspent the Gooners, there is literally no point in commenting because that's just not cool, dude. They're literally the ones paying these devs salaries so that we can enjoy the updates. So as much as people don't like updates like this, as much as people, might feel like, oh, they're working on Gooner stuff, guys, you do realize that that's the only reason we even have the servers up, we even have a game in the first place. So anyone that wants to take a moral stance, might I suggest you guys not play TFD and play a different game that suits your moral stance if you are anti-Gooner. As much as I appreciate you guys wanting content and wanting to enjoy content, it has to be paid for by somebody, right? So let's keep it that way. Listen, you can say it's a joke, but I have to take all comments seriously as somebody that literally is an official content creator for this game. So please remember that I have a contract with Nexon. Let's keep the stream chill and fun. If you want to go against that vibe, then please leave. You can go somewhere else. You can go to a different content creator that might allow more open chat, maybe because they don't have a contract, maybe because they don't care whether or not their contract gets canned. But as somebody that, makes my career on video games, look, let's just have fun with this. Let's see the update. We can talk about it, but let's be constructive about it. If you've got certain feelings, and again, I'll say this, if you've got certain feelings toward things, all right, can it. And at the same time, Mr. Sasuke, look, I'm going to have to take a moderation action against that. If you haven't read my stream rules, we have to keep a clean stream. All right, so you saying that you want to make a harem look, that's great. You can do that in your own private time. But let's keep it clean. Let's keep it fun. let's enjoy this update together. Have I made myself clear? Okay, let's carry on watching together. But let's keep it clean and fun, guys.
와 스킨으로 라운지를 꾸밀 수 있습니다. 그러면은 이제 쇼파에 배치도 했으니까 한번 좀 다가가 볼까요?
Of course, players can decorate the lounge using the descendants that they already possess. So why don't we approach them like that?
다들 책을 읽고 있네.
네, 이렇게 다가가면 이번에는 카일이 네, 손을 흔들어 줬는데요. 이게 이제 지금 이런
Okay, I
행동들을
love that
안
they're
하고 있을
waving at their own
때는 또
descendants.
계승자들이 내가 다가가면 나를 바라보고 손을 흔들어주고 인사도 나누고 뭐 이렇게 하게 됩니다.
Subscriber
When we get near them, you can see that they wave to us, and this is something that they do when we can interact with them.
네, 요렇게 지금 보시는
interact
것처럼
with them,
라운지
like
입장을
they're all
하면
three of them are
시점이
reading books.
1인칭으로 전환이
It's not much interaction there.
되는데 상호작용의 몰입감을 더하기 위해서 한 장치라고 봐주시면 될 것 같습니다.
So as you can see, when you enter the lounge, it transitioned to a first-person view, and this was designed to enhance the overall immersion when doing these interactions.
Okay.
그러면 다음은 수집품을 한번 배치를 해볼까요?
Let's try placing some collectibles.
네,
Oh, we can
이렇게
display our
라운지 곳곳에는
stuff. Cool.
수집품을 배치할 수 있는 진열대가 있습니다.
Throughout the lounge, there are these display stands where you can place your collectibles.
네, 그러면 먼저 둥부창모를 한번 배치를.
I guess we'll put up all the different like
폴로 토이즈
pandas there.
들도 여기에 배치할 수가 있죠. 네.
Okay.
Let's start by placing the back attachments, and players can also hang the cull toys that they have collected as well.
I'm definitely gonna hang all the color toys.
네, 이렇게 배치를 해둘 수가 있습니다.
네, 그리고
You can place them like that.
I see. Okay. So you can just literally just decorate your lounge with all this stuff. You can have 2 back attachments, multiple chest attachments. I never use my chest attachments because I prefer a clean look for the Descendants. So I guess this gives me a place to actually use them and sort of shove them on.
이렇게 살펴볼 수도 있어요.
네, 네.
Yeah,
보기를 하면 저렇게
Not yet, Cat Daddy.
By clicking on
Obviously,
view,
this will be a future
view them
update.
in more detail.
For anyone that doesn't know, the live streams come before the actual updates.
On the left side over there.
So obviously, this is not out. If it was out, you would see an
이쪽에는 이번에
update video
새롭게
from me.
들어간 장식품을 배치할 수 있는 공간이고요. 네.
So this is where you can place something new called ornaments over there.
이거 뭔지 다들 아시나요? 기억나시나요? 네. 누구
Ornaments,
건지?
huh? I'm definitely not
You guys
investing in
remember
that.
this? Where it came from?
네, 이렇게 배치할 수가 있습니다. 여기도 있고요. 네.
Yeah, so you can place ornaments over there as well on both sides.
자, 이렇게 장식들도
Just remember for
있고,
future,
그리고
right?
이번에는
There should be no questions about is this out yet. If you are seeing a live stream, a dev live stream, it is always future content, never current content or past content. All right, it's always future content. So you shouldn't have to ask me, is it live yet? Because if it's live, I'll be doing a patch notes instead. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can place your weapons over there with the skins enabled on them. So, yeah.
Okay, so we got a weapon rack in our house. Very American. I feel the vibe.
그리고 하지만 또 더 장식할 수 있는 공간이 있는데요.
Those look like Nerf guns, though. I'd rather have some of like the
Not all.
original
There's
skins.
another place you can display them.
New super chat
Here.
received.
바로 방금
Okay, diorama. Thank you, Baron.
디오라마.
What is the diorama?
배치할 수 있는 진열대입니다. 네,
This is where we
Oh.
can place dioramas and figurines.
상당히
That's actually pretty cool.
네.
This I like. But how do we unlock them and is it gonna cost me? I'm not paying for any of this. Cause yeah, I don't mind if my house is bare.
여기에는 대형 디오라마를 배치할 수가 있는데요. 지금은 백야협곡 한번 배치를 해보도록 하겠습니다.
Players can set up a large diorama here. Let's try setting it up as the White Knight Gulch.
네, 이거 보니까 백야협곡.
And you can actually
많이
place like
생각나고요. 네, 네.
figurines on it.
Reminds us of
Okay.
the story of the White Knight Gulch storyline. I'm sure you remember that.
디오라마의 포인트는 치결을 치죠.
그렇죠, 그렇죠. 네, 네.
So So
The weapon rack
figurines,
is not
you
big
know,
enough,
it's
yeah.
like the main
You
feature
Americans
over
need to
here,
tell
placing
them.
on the diorama.
네,
Sir Tommy, why do you want the
피규어는
lounge voice?
디오라마 위에는 피규어를 배치할 수 있는데요.
that's terrible,
이렇게
Sir Tommy.
엑시큐셔너를 배치할 수도 있고요. 네, 중형 피규어들이 있습니다.
But all right, since you guys
피규어는
decided to super
일반
chat, I guess I have to
희귀
give you the
궁극
lounge
등급이 있고
voice.
궁극 등급은
Now there you
이렇게
go, Sir
보시는
Tommy.
것처럼 금장으로
Here's the lounge
되어
voice
있습니다.
for you.
Yes,
Now, why the hell you want me to do a
you
lounge
place
voice,
like
huh?
various figurines, like the
Terrible, terrible human
executioner
being.
over there in the center. And figurines come in 3 different tiers: common, rare, and ultimate. And with the ultimate tier being decorated in these gold plates over here.
주변으로는 한번 계승자들을 배치를 해보도록
Can I not get a
하겠습니다.
golden
일단 백야꽃
figurine, like,
스토리의 주인공이었던
I don't want it plated. I want to see.
엘리와
Oh, okay.
유진을 한번 배치를 해볼게요. 네.
Let me place some descendants around the perimeter. First, I'm gonna go with H.O.U.N.D and Valby, the main characters of the White Knight Gulch.
No. I saw some
배치를 할 수가
better
있고요.
figurines up there. I'm gonna put the better ones.
백야꽃 스토리에서 유진이 그 물웅덩이 밟지 말라고 그거 다 벨비라고 했던 농담도 생각이 나네요, 갑자기.
You email the
I kinda
devs
remember
yourselves.
the joke
I
where
saw
Eugene told
some
Valby
better
not
figurines
to
up there.
step in the water because it was all Valby. Yeah, kind of funny as well.
네, 이런
No.
식으로
I'm gonna place the better figurines. I saw some ultimate figurines in there. Yeah.
Yes, so like this, players can display these figurines right on the diorama like this.
네, 그리고 이렇게 이제 스크린샷을 또 찍을 수도 있고 하는 거죠. 네.
Yeah, so getting screenshots if you wish.
네, 방금 이제 피규어 얘기가 나온 김에 여기 또 중형 피규어를 전시할 수 있는 곳이 또 있습니다, 옆에.
Yeah. So speaking of figures, there's something that we can place medium-sized figurines as well. Yeah.
네, 뭐 도색이 안 된 버전,
도색이 안 된 버전.
네,
네.
그리고 오리지널 버전, 그리고 금장 버전.
So like,
취향에 맞게 배치.
I hate the gold figurines
yeah,
so
players
much.
can arrange them according to their preference, choosing from unpainted versions, original versions, or like gold-plated versions.
네, 그러면은 이렇게 라운지에 다양한 수집품을 전시할 수 있는 공간들이 존재하는데요. 이번엔 좀 다른 공간으로 한번 이동을 해볼까요?
네, 이동이요?
Am I the only one that hates the gold figurines? Because
song
I
again?
don't
Yeah.
want these gold figurines.
So why don't we move to another space over here?
네, 이번에 업데이트되는 공간은 거실 외에도
Oh, there's
침실과
more
전시실이
dioramas.
있는데
Oh,
지금
Paradise
보시는
Pool.
곳은
Okay,
이제
cool.
전시실이고요. 네, 여기에 네 수집품을 전시할 수 있는 공간이 여기 지금 이제 보시는 것처럼 디오라마 할 수 있고요. 네.
Yeah. So we also have like the space such as like the bedroom or the exhibition room, and this is the exhibition room where you can place
That figurine right there
dioramas
is going
as
to be
well, and, yeah,
facing
figurines over there.
the opposite direction.
전시실에
Based on what I'm
보시는 것처럼
seeing.
중형 디오라마를 배치할 수 있고 중형 디오라마 중에는 여기 인기가 많았던 네,
How dare you
파라다이스
leave in the first place, cat? But welcome back.
Yeah, so this room can accommodate medium-sized dioramas, and among these over there, you can see the Paradise Pool, which was pretty popular.
네, 그러면 이번에는 침실로 이동을 한번 해보겠습니다.
Let's move on to the bedroom.
네, 오, 누가 기다리고 있네요.
Of course,
it's
Bunny's
waiting
in the
for us.
bedroom.
네, 침실에도 이렇게 수집품을 전시를 할 수가 있고요. 네,
You just randomly hang a cat on the wall. That's great.
좀 저는 약간 그런데
Yeah, I don't like placing that over there.
LOL.
살아있는 건 아니죠.
네.
움직일 뿐 살아있진 않다.
No life.
동물학대는 아니다. 네. 그리고 어이구 사람이 들어왔는데
So this is what we do now.
Somebody's waiting for us, just lying over there.
네.
Yeah.
그 제스님이 요거 1주년 때 이거 물어봤던 기억이 나는데.
Okay, I'm gonna address that for a second, Mr. Antonio. First and foremost, please address me as robot. Don't call me by my race. That's really uncool. You can call me RAR, you can call me robot, you can call me real. Some people call me RAB, but calling me, I mean, think about it this way. How does it sound when you just say, hey, Asian? Like, come on, dude. I know it's in my name. People can say that till they're blue in the face, but yo, bro, everybody calls me robot. This your first time here or something? Address me by robot, man. Come on. Let's be cool on YouTube. Let's not address people by their race, yeah? Life was crazy and scary. Well, I'm glad it's better now. All right. Anyway, let's carry on with that. And
어떠십니까?
if you have questions to ask,
yeah,
please address me appropriately.
Me asking this at the first anniversary, if I'm satisfied, and yeah, it really looks great, even better than I imagined. Yeah, 그래서 제가 상상했던 정말 그 이상으로
People are gonna sit in the lounge
너무
just to watch
마음에
Bunny
듭니다.
stretch. Yep, that's gonna happen.
You're welcome. Yeah.
네, 그러면 이제 라운지 장소별로
See you later, Sir
다양한
Tommy.
모션을
Enjoy
사실
lurking.
이제 적용을 할 수가 있는데요. 한번 보여주실래요?
Yeah, so you can enjoy various motions depending on the location. Yeah.
네,
Personal
침대에
maintenance?
어떤 포즈로 이제 있을 수 있는지 좀 다양하게 선택을.
Oh my god, the Luna guy's gonna
Set
use this.
the poses that you wish to see on the bed.
네, 그리고 자 신규
I know you didn't mean it like that,
잠시 후에
but
보여드릴 예정이었던
please be aware I am under
라운지
contract here.
이너웨어.
I'm
네,
required
사실 요게
to
지금 여기 침실에 가장 잘 어울리는 복장이긴 하죠.
moderate my chat, so please
This is
address
the
me as
lounge.
robot if you want to talk to me.
Lounge underwear that we are going to be talking about a bit later. And as you can see, this perfectly fits the lounge atmosphere.
Why does she look like she's oiled up? Well, I mean, I know why, but yeah.
자, 이게 뭐 이제 긴 설명이 필요 없을 것 같습니다. 이 장면에는 그러면 여기까지만 하고 네, 다음으로 한번 넘어가 볼까요?
Yeah, let's move on to the next topic. But, you know, there's one thing missing. Where do we acquire these collectibles? Is it from the shop? 네, 그래서 한 가지 또 빠진 게 있는데 이 수집품들 너무 좀 잘 설명을 해주셨는데요. 이거는 어디서 좀 획득을 하는 것일까요? 이게 혹시 뭐 상점인지 어딘지 아마 궁금해하실 것 같습니다.
No, no, you're right. Everybody does know why.
수집품은
Everybody does know why.
ADT라는 새로운 NPC로부터 획득할 수 있고요. ADT와 거래를 하려면 이렇게 수집품 코인이라는 것이
So it's a
필요합니다.
currency. Okay, I can
So
accept
most
this.
collectibles can be obtained from ADT over here, and to trade with ADT, you need collectible coins.
네, 수집품 코인은 엑시온, 시그마 섹터 400% 보이드 베슬에서 획득할 수가 있고요. 시간당 비슷한 효율로 얻을 수가 있습니다.
Collectible coins can be obtained from Axion, Sigma Sector, 400% infiltration operations, and the Void Vessel, all of which can be obtained at a similar rate per hour.
그리고 고급 수집품 코인은요. 시그마 섹터의 일일 보너스와 엑시온 평야의 격전지 일일 보상을 통해서 하루에 제한적인 수량만 얻을 수 있고요. 이렇게 얻은 수집품 코인으로 직접 구매하거나 수집품 상자에서 랜덤하게 획득할 수가 있습니다.
Additionally, mysterious coins can be obtained in limited quantities each day through daily rewards from the Sigma Sector and Axion Plains. So you can use these collectible coins to purchase items directly or obtain them randomly from
Oh
the
my
collectible
god.
box.
Yeah, gotcha for
이렇게
the
어떤
collectibles.
품목들이 상자에 들어있는지 확인할 수도 있고요. 네, 품목은 매달 일부 품목이 제외가 되고
This
상자에서
gacha I will say
새로운 품목이
acceptable.
추가되면서
In game
로테이션될
instead of money,
예정이고요.
I accept as well.
So
That's something I'll pause right there and I'm gonna say this. As long as they're not charging us more cash, like this is a reason to actually play. I would rather play the game for this. I don't care about builds anymore. I want to collect every single one of these things. All right. I love good gacha systems where it's in-game currency. You feel the joy of actually opening something up, and that actually means a lot. So rather than having to pay caliber to gacha, if it's an in-game currency, I'm okay with this. And this one is the one that you earn like daily. So okay, I can accept this.
Players can see which items are included in the box, and items will follow a monthly rotation, with some items being removed and new items being added.
네, 이외에도 파라다이스 썸머 테마의 피규어나 디오라마 그리고 일부 라운지 모션들은 상점에서 구매할 수 있습니다.
Additionally, Summer Paradise themed figurines, dioramas, and some lounge motions can also be purchased. Yeah, really nice to see that players can earn collectibles while playing the game. I'm also looking forward to filling the lounge with my Descendants skins and collectibles. Now, let's move on to something I'm sure many of you are waiting for, Ultimate Luna. 예, 그래서 이렇게 또 게임 플레이 하면서 이 수집품 얻을 수 있는 게 너무 좋은데 이어서 Ultimate Luna로 한번 좀 넘어가 보겠습니다.
But this is
So,
more like
Ultimate Luna.
okay, before we move on to Ultimate Luna, the only thing I'll say is that the lounge is more of a decorative thing. It's cool. I'm guessing a lot of people will spend their time in there, which I can understand why. Thanks for the super chats, guys.
Super chat received.
It will go toward the loungewear skin, but it's not really anything beyond just an interactive area. So I will definitely be in there to constantly gacha the boxes until I get every single figurine and diorama thing ever. But yeah, for me, I think the big thing is that there's no real true interaction. Many of y'all are gonna be in the bedroom. We know why, okay? So let's not talk about that. We'll just scoot past that. But
has many key points to watch. And while we are excited about the parts of the design that have already been revealed and received positive reviews, details
would be
on
talking
how
about
the
most of
skill
the people
music
here.
will change, how the role-playing mechanics will be altered, no playing mechanics will be altered, and whether the weaknesses of Luna were properly addressed. I'm sure everything are features that many of you are curious regarding Ultimate Luna. And today we will finally be able to figure out one by one. 예, 그래서 이번 그 Ultimate Luna의 그런 좀 관전 포인트들이 많은데 좀 공개된 그런 디자인에 대한 그런 호평과 기존 루나와 비교했을 때 그런 여러 가지 뭐 단점들이나 이런 것들이 어떻게 바뀔지에 대한 궁금한 점이 많은데요. 오늘 드디어 알아볼 수 있게 되었습니다. 그래서 먼저 Ultimate Luna 트레일러부터 좀 보고 가시죠. But before looking at her gameplay, let's first look at the Ultimate Luna trailer. It's truly amazing. Take a look.
Ooh.
See you later, Lewis. They finally started producing trailers again, okay.
Wow. So what did you guys think? I mean, it's truly fantastic. 예, 정말 환상적으로 멋있는 것 같지 않습니까?
저는 이번에 트레일러가
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to pause there for a second. It's truly fantastic, huh? Okay, y'all know I'm under contract, so you don't have to say what I'm thinking, but I'm sure that all of us are thinking roughly the same thing. And as for people being in the lounge a bit too much, I think you can expect that, Kat, because quite frankly, like I said, the game itself does not have, I don't know if you attended my stream recently where I talked about 50% of the player base already leaving the game, already stopped playing the game. And quite frankly, the thing that we have to understand is that players aren't really playing for the content anymore. It's mostly for the personal enjoyment. And this lounge is what is adding a lot of personal enjoyment. So I feel that, yeah, you will probably see a lot of people in the lounge and a lot of people enjoying the facilities of the lounge in meaningful ways. But yes, let's move past that. I mean, we all knew that was the whole reason for this.
트레일러 봤을 때만큼 충격적이었던 것 같아요.
I'm surprised they haven't implemented AI
For me,
chat
the
yet.
trailer was as impactful as the Ultimate Freyna trailer.
알비온의 혼문이 완성되었습니다.
I told you guys to make this trailer. I told these guys to make trailers like this
약속된 드립을 지금 해야 되나 말아야 되나.
several times.
대본대로 그냥 할게요. 네. 캐데언이 아니라 퍼데언. 네. 네.
TFD Demon Hunters.
오, 네. 부끄럽네요. 네.
좀 부끄럽네요.
Well, for actual gamers, the lounge will get old quick. Yes.
네.
I hope you
그래서
guys have that.
사실 이번 루나 스토리도 지금 보신 쇼츠 못지 않습니다.
But do you really think they're catering to actual gamers to dominate 49er? The lounge is not to cater to actual gamers, my friend. That much should be obvious to
기수님
you.
말씀하신 것처럼 이번 루나는 관전 포인트가 정말 많은 것 같습니다. 쇼츠도
So
잘
if it will get old quick, yes, of course, for a
I'm
gamer.
not gonna talk about the
are they catering to
storyline in
gamers?
detail, so that
I think you
guys can figure it
understand
out.
the answer to
But
my
as
question.
I mentioned, Luna has plenty of highlights to watch for. Yeah, speaking of Luna, so what kind of like a bit of a story? I'm kind of curious. 그래서 살짝 좀 이야기를 좀 스토리를 한번 좀 해보고자 하는데 어떤 내용일까요? 이 루나 또 이제 너무나 궁금합니다.
네, 이번 이야기에서는 루나의 재결합에 대한 이야기를 다룬 퀘스트가 진행이 되는데요. 루나가 늘 음악을 듣고 있잖아요. 그 이후로부터 이야기가 시작이 됩니다. 그리고 또 루나의 오른쪽
There are many
어깨에
other
문신과
reasons,
흉터에
Lil
대한
Fuzz.
이야기도
There are
이번
many other
스토리에서
reasons, my
다뤄지게
friend.
되고요.
I
In
don't
the
think I have to
story,
say it
there's a
publicly,
quest
do
that
I?
deals with Luna's reunion. So the story begins with the reason why Luna is always listening to music. It also delves into the story.
I won't be spending
behind
time in the
capturing
lounge,
the
but
star
I
on
will
Luna's
be
right
gachaing hard for all those
이번
diorama
루나
collectibles.
스토리는 정말
Even if
꼭
I don't ever
플레이해
set them up, I don't care. I
보시길
want them
바라고요.
all.
사실 이전 계승자
I
스토리도
need them
많이
all in my life.
플레이해 주시면 좋겠어요. 그런 의미에서 이번에는 루나 전용 퀘스트를 진행하면서 애쉬브, 등부착물, 소셜 모션을 얻을 수 있는 이벤트도 좀 준비를 했습니다. 이벤트 소개는 마지막에 안내해 드릴게요.
I highly recommend playing Luna's new story. Actually, I wish everyone would enjoy the previous Descendant stories as well. In that spirit,
Thank
we've
you to anyone who
prepared
does like
an
the stream.
event where you can obtain ESIV and back attachments, as well as emotes while completing Luna's exclusive quest. So we'll share details on that at the end. Yeah, I mean, that's right. So we briefly talked about Ultimate Luna trailer and the story. What everyone is probably looking forward to is seeing Luna in-game, right? So, Director, I'm sure we prepare that. How about we take a look? 예, 그래서 아마 계승자분들이 루나의 또 인게임 모습을 가장 궁금해하시고 계실 것 같아요. 그래서 빌드에서 한번 시연 진행해 보겠습니다.
네, 우선 루나 디자인부터 새로운 루나, 얼티밋 루나의 디자인부터
strong,
감상해 보시도록
strong
하겠습니다.
dynamic
Why don't we
motion,
start
of
with
course.
Ultimate Luna's
The
design?
devs are men of culture.
네, 다시 봐도 참 잘 나왔네요.
이 루나 얼티밋 장비 설명해 보면 이게 사실 제이버를 위한 장비로 개발되던 중이라고 하더라고요. 네, 이 얼티밋
착장이요?
그러니까요. 이 얼티밋 수트를
저거를
제이버가
제이버에
입는다는
입는다고?
거는
네?
상상이 잘 안 되는데
제이버-
제이버 버전은 어땠을까?
제이버의
네.
이미지가 막 팍팍 떨어지는데.
Yeah, I mean,
에이, 설마.
according to the description on Luna's ultimate gear, this was actually being developed for Jaber and
Buying the bundle is
hard
good.
to
Just make sure you've
understand, but
registered me as your
yeah,
creator
kind of-
first. All right.
anyways, yeah, it was being
As long as you've registered me as your creator, it's totally fine to buy the bundles.
듣던
Remember,
중 참.
Support the robot
네.
if you want to buy anything in the game. All right, gives me a very, very tiny commission, but hey, listen,
구독자는
even a
조금
tiny
더
commission's good.
So let's see that fellow a bit later.
Everything's well on my end, Henry.
네.
I really can't complain.
일단 실험실에서 새로운 초월 모듈을 좀 살펴보도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, let's take a look at some new modules at the laboratory.
Okay. Battlefield concert.
네, 이번에는 얼티밋 루나와 함께 전장의 콘서트, 전장의 아티스트 모듈 두 개가 새로 출시되는데요. 먼저 전장의 콘서트라는 모듈입니다. 네.
Yeah, so two new modules, Battlefield Concert and Battlefield Artist, will be available with Ultimate Luna.
How do you
Let's
register
start
a
with the
creator? Just hit the
Battlefield
link that's in chat, dude.
네, 전장의 콘서트는 기본적으로
say
원거리
become a
스킨
supporter,
딜링이
just hit that
가능한
link.
모듈이고요. 상황에 따라서 버프와 디버프를
That's all you have to
활용해서
do.
전투를
It's a 2-minute process. Just do it every month.
Battlefield Concert is a module that primarily allows for long-range skill damage. It's a module that utilizes buffs and debuffs to strategize combat based on the situation.
네, 먼저 패시브도 변화가 있는데요. 노트 타이밍에 맞춰서 사격을 하거나 스킬을 사용할 때 영감 게이지가 채워지는 방식이고요.
The passive ability has also been updated. When you shoot or use skills in sync with the note timing, the inspiration gauge fills up.
Okay.
네, 1번 스킬은 콘서트를 시작하는
This isn't season 4, Henry.
탑승하고 이동
This
속도와
is
총기
season 3
증가하는,
next month. This is
스킬입니다.
not for season 4,
Skill
dude.
number 1 is the skill that starts the concert. It allows you to mount a unique weapon, increasing movement speed.
But yeah, if any of you want to buy stuff, just make sure you register me as a creator
이번
first.
스킬은
There's the
적이
link
가진
right there.
디버프의 수에 비례해서
Nightbot
나의
regularly
스킬
puts it up
위력을
during my streams.
증가시키는 버프를 받는 스킬이고요.
Skill number 2 is a buff that increases your skill power proportionally to the number of debuffs that the enemy has.
It's skill power
3번
modifier,
스킬은
not skill
적에게
power.
디버프를 거는 스킬이고요.
That's a
적의
big
방어력을
difference, dude.
감소시키고 받는 피해를 증가시킵니다.
Skill number 3 is a skill that
You need to
applies
re-register
debuffs
every
to
month,
enemies
Kat. So if you've
that
taken a break,
reduces
please
enemy
make sure you hit the
defense
link
and
again and
increases the
re-register.
damage they take.
네, 4번
Sorry, just to let you guys know, registering a creator is not a one-time process. They automatically remove you from my list every 2 months or so. So I always tell people it's safest to just register a creator every month before you buy your caliber and stuff like that. So Neo Tengu, if you love my content, and I know you do because you've shown up to several of my streams, please make sure you've registered me as your creator. All right, the link is up there. You see where Nightbot says support RealAsianRobot as a TFD creator. Just hit that link right there in chat. Make sure you've registered me and you're good to go. Everybody that registers me helps out, so please do. Thank you.
스킬은 동시에 더 많은 타겟을 공격하는 스킬입니다. 타격할 때 적의 공격력을 감소시키는 디버프를 주기도 합니다.
This is a
Skill
debuff
number
of attack
4 is a
decrease,
skill that
okay?
attacks multiple targets simultaneously. Upon hitting, it applies a debuff that reduces the enemy's attack power.
네, 근데 버프 이름이 참 재밌어요. 뭐 도파민 중독, 팬 서비스, 어둠의 일단 팬클럽 회원. 근데 이게 지금 하신 스킬 설명만으로 메커니즘 이해하기가 좀 어려울 것 같은데
Yeah, so
어떠신가요?
네.
the names of the buffs are quite interesting. Dopamine addiction, fan service, Dark Luna
Fan
squad,
service, huh?
and fan club member. However, it does seem like a bit difficult to understand the mechanics just by looking at the skill descriptions.
네, 그래서 실험실에서 스킬을 사용하면서 추가로 설명을 드리도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, so I'll explain further by using the skills in the laboratory.
네, 먼저 전용 무기에 탑승을 하고요. 1번 스킬로. 그러면 노트 방식과 음악이 완전히 달라졌습니다.
So we can mount on the unique weapon, and the note style and music have completely changed.
전용 무기에 탑승해서 RT 아니면은 좌클릭으로 이렇게 스킬을 발사할 수 있는데요. 네, 이렇게요.
Oh, this one's pretty
So
interesting.
once you mount on the unique weapon, you can fire the skill using the RT or left click like this.
네, 몬스터를 자동 타겟팅해서 스킬 공격을 하게 됩니다.
So skills automatically targets monsters and attacks them.
그리고 이렇게
Okay.
노트에 맞춰서
So
사격을
it's
하면
auto aim. It's just about hitting the thing.
연간
Okay,
게이지를
cool,
모을
cool.
수가 있는데 그냥 연사를 해도 잘 모아지는 방식으로 바뀌었습니다.
So if you fire the skill in sync with the notes, you can accumulate inspiration gauge. It automatically collects well, even if you just fire continuously.
네, 그리고 상황에 맞춰서 2번, 3번, 4번 스킬을 사용하면 되는데요. 스킬마다 다른 형태의 공격과 버프, 디버프를 가지게 됩니다. 이것도 한번 보여드릴게요.
You can also use skills number 2, 3, and 4 as needed. And each skill has like different attack patterns, buffs, and debuffs. So let's take a look.
혹시 지금 소리가 사운드 안 들리시나요? 채팅으로 한번 얘기 좀 해주실래요? 게임 소리 안 들리세요?
Can you guys hear the game sound right now, or is it kind of muted? Could you please write it on the chat?
Of course, we can't hear the game sound, dude. But anyway, they can't hear me now. Since I'm just watching it back.
Yes.
이거
네.
한번 옵션에 들어가서 꺼져 있는
Sorry about that. Yeah, we'll be taking a look.
사운드.
Yeah, muted. Thank you.
사운드는
Thank you.
다
everyone.
켜져
Let's
있는데
take a look at.
이거
Did these guys like have a technical issue on stream?
Yeah.
And
Sound
damn, Neo
is
Tengu, you
on
buying up all that
our
caliber, huh?
build over here,
Man,
but
you gotta save some
unfortunately,
spare
it seems
change to
like,
super chat my
it's
stream,
being
all right?
muted on the
Commission don't give me that much.
broadcast.
I gotta start collecting from all you rich people.
방송실 혹시 확인 좀
Anyway, enjoy
가능하실까요?
yourself.
이거
Okay.
Let us take a look at
잠깐만
our
기다려주세요.
process.
누나인데 하필이면 소리가 안
아,
나는 게.
그러게요. 이게 또, yeah, I mean, we gotta listen to Luna, since it's all about music and all about sound. So I'm sorry that, we've been getting some issues over here. Please take a moment to, look at our skills and wait a bit. We're checking with our broadcast team. 예, 그래서 또 누나인데 말씀하셨듯이.
사운드 스킬을 사용하면
Okay, there we go. All right.
공연 보는 것 같은데.
Yeah, really fun to just look at her skills over there.
네, 그래서 이런 식으로 네,
Okay, let's see this.
오케이.
연감 게이지를 모으고요. 이 상태에서 스킬을 사용하면 이런 식으로 피벗 타임 버프가 걸리고 한정 없이
Okay,
스킬을
that's pretty
난사할
cool.
수가 있습니다.
Yeah, so when the inspiration gauge is full, using a skill applies fever time to yourself. This allows you to fire skills without no timing.
Okay.
번쩍번쩍.
She's basically out of MP already.
이런 식으로
Okay.
사용하게 되고요. 그리고 이번 모듈은 전용 무기에 이렇게 탑승해 있는 상태에서도 그래플링을 사용할 수가 있어서요. 네, 편의성도 아주 뛰어납니다. 네.
Yeah, additionally, this module allows you to use
알고
grappling,
봐도 놀라워.
using grappling even when mounted on the unique weapon, greatly enhancing
네, 그러니까
convenience.
스킬을 쏘고 있을 때도 그래플링을 쓰는 중에도 계속 이렇게 춤을 추니까 그런 부분이 연속성도 있고 컨셉에 정말 잘 어울리는 것 같아요. 네.
Yeah, I like how she's just keeping on dancing even while firing the skill.
진지하게 이렇게 써야지.
그러게요. 이제라도 하는 게 어딥니까?
The only thing I have to say about this is that the note timing is pretty fast, but I saw them like rapid firing. I wonder if there's a mechanic whereby it consumes mana only if you're not hitting the notes. I don't know, but we'll see. I will try and structure something around this because it does look cool, but at the end of the day, this to me at least looks like it's really single target. So
But yeah, we finally made Ultimate Luna like that.
네. 자, 이제 다음은 전장의 아티스트, 또 다음 모듈입니다.
Yeah, next is the Battlefield Artist module.
네, 전장의 아티스트 모듈은 전용 무기를 사용하지 않고요. 총기를 활용하는 루나입니다.
So the Battlefield Artist Luna is something that doesn't use a unique weapon, but instead utilizes firearms.
네, 잠깐 실험실 화면으로 돌아가 볼게요. 네. 네, 이렇게 항상 노트가 항상 출력되는 형태인데요. 네, 노트 타이밍에 스킬을 사용하면 네, 이런 식으로
Yeah, so instead notes are always displayed in this format, and using skills at this note timing.
네, 그러면 재사용 대기 시간 없이 스킬을 다시 사용할 수가 있습니다.
Yeah, you can use skills again without the cooldown.
전장의 아티스트 모듈은 연감 게이지로 스킬을 강화하는 대신에 플레이어가 버프를 디자인하는 형태의 모듈입니다.
So the Battlefield Artist module enhances skills, but using the inspiration gauges, but instead of automatically applying the buffs, players can design their own buffs.
네, 여기 연감 게이지 쪽을 보시면 이렇게 1, 2, 3번 스킬을 사용할 때마다 다른 색상으로 채워지는 게 보실 수 있는데요. 네.
So as you can see, every time you use skill numbers 1, 2, and 3, the inspiration gauge stacks with a different color.
네, 이 상태에서 4번 스킬을 사용하면 그러면 스택된 연감 게이지의 색상에 따라서 다른 버프 효과를 받게 됩니다.
When you use skill number 4 at this state, you receive different buff effects depending on the color of the stacked inspiration gauge.
I see. Okay.
네, 그래서 1번
So you have to like create a combination.
스킬은 총기 공격력 버프를 스택하는 스킬입니다.
So skill number 1 is a skill that stacks firearm attack buffs.
그리고 2번 스킬은 총기의 치명타 버프를 스택하는 스킬이고요.
Skill number 2 is a skill that stacks firearm critical hit buffs.
네, 그리고 3번 스킬은 약점 배율 버프를 스택하는 그런 스킬입니다.
So skill number 3 is a skill that stacks the weaknesses of the multicolor buffs.
자, 그리고 4번 스킬은 스택한 버프를 발동하는 스킬인데요. 자신과 아군에게 효과를 적용합니다.
Skill number 4 activates the stacked buffs, applying their effects to both the Descendant and party members.
예를 들어서 1번 스킬을 8번 스택하면 총기 공격력을 극대화할 수 있지만 치명타를 활용하는 무기라면 1번과 2번 버프를 스택 개수로 조합해서 총기 공격력과 치명타 버프를 동시에 얻을 수도 있습니다.
For example, stacking skill number 1 8 times can maximize firearm attack, but you can also combine the number of stacks from skill number 1 and 2 simultaneously to gain both firearm attack and critical hit buffs at the same time.
네, 그리고 연감 게이지가 이제 최대인 상태에서 4번 스킬을 사용하면 적에게 매혹이라는 디버프를 거는데요.
This is going to take
매혹에
some
걸린 적은 플레이어를 공격하지
interesting
못하고
understandings.
플레이어에게 다가옵니다. 그래서 맞추기 쉬운 샌드백이 되어주는 형태입니다.
So additionally, when using skill number 4 with the inspiration gauge at maximum, it applies this fascination debuff to enemies, and enemies affected by this, they cannot attack the player and move forward toward them, so effectively becoming easy targets.
여기 하트 내가 걸리신 거예요.
Yeah, you can see over there the fascination thing.
네, 여기 실험실이어서 다가오지 않는 거예요.
Yeah, it doesn't look because they're not coming since this is the laboratory right now.
네, 그러니까 상황에 따라서 총기 버프를
So
디자인하는
basically,
그런 재미가 있는 모듈입니다.
she's basically Emma Frost, and she will just charm enemies, make them move toward her, and they will not attack the player. But the thing is that we're not going to be using firearms in normal combat. We already know this, because if you guys already understand how Luna is played, then you literally already understand that we can just literally dance our way through the Axion Plains, which you'll probably see tonight, because I was already planning on redoing the Luna build just in preparation of Ultimate Luna. That being said, for the Battlefield concert, it seemed more single target, although it could hit multiple targets. It didn't look like it would be a very good AoE farmer type dealio. And this one with the firearms, the only issue that I have to say is that this is not going to challenge Serena, because Serena is literally giving you so much additional damage. Why would I use firearms on Luna, and what kind of damage can we achieve? I will try it out, but I don't believe we'll achieve any kind of significant damage, because for many of the strongest weapons in the game, we are already achieving like so-called maximum fire rate, maximum critical hit rate and things like that. So, not quite sure how this is supposed to work, but okay.
This module offers fun of designing firearm buffs based on the situation.
음악이 상당히 포인트 같아요.
The music really does seem like a point, as our producer said. And both of these modules, they seem like really require a lot of thought. It appears that Luna's disadvantages have been significantly improved. And so really, I'm looking forward to how she'll perform as a new Descendant. Now, it would be great if we could see another Ultimate Luna skin. It already appeared in the trailer, but we really need to see it in the build. 네, 그래서 기존 좀 루나의 이런 단점들이 좀 개선된 형태인 것 같아서 기대가 되는데요. 또 그
They're gonna have to if they want any firearm skills to,
아마 궁금해하실 것 같아요.
actually work out.
보일 수 있을까요?
네. 한번 넘어가 보겠습니다.
If they cannot match power with Serena, then it's pointless.
기본
in my
디자인
personal
자체가 너무
opinion.
잘 나오긴 했지만요. 이 전용 스킨인 이 문라이트 스테이지 스킨도 완전히 또 다른 정반대의 매력을
Yeah, this one looks cool, I guess.
특히 저 긴 생머리 그리고 표정도 살짝 도도한 표정도 굉장히 잘 어울리는 것 같아요.
Yes, so the base design of Ultimate Luna is already quite beautiful to see, but this Moonlight stage skin, which is coming out, also showcases a different kind of charm, especially the straight black hair. She looks absolutely stunning on Luna and all of her expressions as well.
We'll see.
그리고 루나는 이제 스킬에
We'll see if it's
따라서
worthwhile.
스킨의 이펙트 색상이 달라지는 것도 매력이잖아요. 이번 스킨도 이런 스킨을 잘 보여주는 것 같아요.
And another appealing feature is how Luna's skin effect colors change depending on her skills, and this skin does a great job implementing that feature as well. Yes, indeed.
네.
Wow. I can't wait to play Ultimate Luna, which is coming September 4th. Now, moving on to the next introduction. Since we're in the lab, let's also look at some new trigger modules that are coming in September. 그래서 이렇게 또 Ultimate Luna 9월 4일에 출시가 되는데 너무나 기대가 되는데요. 또 마침 실험실에 저희 들어온 김에 또 9월에 또 새롭게 추가되는 트리거 모듈까지 한번 살펴보고 가겠습니다.
I think this is okay, but I'll see whether or not chat
I heard that
wants me to
3
wear it.
new trigger modules will be updated this time. What are they? So 이번에 그 3개의 좀 트리거
If chat wants me in it, they'll put me in it.
한번 소개
Simple.
부탁드리겠습니다.
그 허스키가 시선을 뺐는데.
허스키가 또 나왔어?
Yeah,
아,
yeah.
이 자식.
Bellow, just look at us. It's okay.
약간 허스키 안 보인 척 해주세요. 안 보이는 척. 네.
Please pretend you never saw the husky over there. Yeah.
네, 먼저 장렬지대라는 새로운 트리거 모듈이고요. 장렬지대는 견인 스킬을 사용할 때 반경 7m의 지속 피해를 입히는 장판을 생성하는 스킬입니다.
So first one is Blazing Zone, and when using a H.O.U.N.D type skill, it creates a 7-meter radius area of continuous damage.
So this is
랩픽과
entirely
넬이
for
활용할
Lepic.
수 있는 트리거
It's
모듈이고요.
literally built solely
This
for
trigger
Lepic.
module can be used by Lepic and Nell.
네, 한번 사용을 해보겠습니다.
Let's try that.
Yeah, it's clearly for Lepic alone.
네, 이런 식으로 데미지를 주면서 견인을 할 수가 있고요.
Yeah, so it gives them damage and tows them right into there. Yeah, like that.
네, 그리고 보여드리는 김에 이번에 래픽 수정되면서 개선되면서 좀 바뀐 것도 보여드릴게요. 네. 이렇게 지금 모듈을 래픽이 모듈을 폭발물 저장 모듈을 사용하고 있는데요. 이 폭발물 저장을 사용하게 되면 수류탄을 4개를 던집니다.
Yeah.
좋아.
So this is the explosive stacks module, and as you can see, if you use that, you can see 4 grenades being thrown simultaneously.
그리고 보시면 그냥 허공에 그냥 던지면 이렇게 퍼져서 나가잖아요. 견인을 하고 견인 자리에 던지면 수류탄이 모입니다.
So you can see 4 grenades like
수류탄도 견인이 된
spraying
거라고.
around. Yeah. But if you use the toe thing, you can see the grenades going into the same
네,
direction.
그리고 보여드린 김에 이것도 보여드릴게요. 지금 이제
Okay.
포화 4번 스킬 바뀌는
So basically,
부분인데요.
draw them
이번
in and
스킬과
draws in the
콤비네이션을
grenades too.
쓰면 처음부터 굉장히 빠르게 쏠 수가 있어요.
좋네.
Yeah. So if you use skill number 4, which has changed, you can see, wow, this is something really cool. All these effects flying around with lots of damage.
네, 뭐 예를 들어 무기를
Lots
제가
of damage.
지금
Okay,
이
let's
무기에다가,
actually see the damage though, because
발속하고
I want to know
날집사
how much we're actually going to deal with that.
이렇게 하면 한 20발, 21발 네, 스킬 쓰고
Using that skill, you can see the great weapon over there.
하나, 둘, 셋.
Wow. You can see so many weapons. 41 times.
정확한데?
지금 풀수
Firing
있습니다.
21 times. Yeah.
Okay, one thing which I'll say about that is, did you notice their MP continuously regenerating because they're out of combat? You can see that in the radar up here. They're not actually in combat. If you're actually in combat and your MP is continuously draining, this is not going to help you fire a lot of times. So I feel that they shouldn't have showcased this in this way because, again, you guys know that I'm all about truthful content and I'm all about like giving an authentic picture of a character. I think that the toe was cool, but if they want to showcase this, the character should be in combat to see the continuous MP drain, because the MP regeneration out of combat and in combat is very different. And like these guys designed the game that way. They should know this, unless they're going to change the in combat MP regeneration to exactly what we're seeing here, whereby I can increase Lepic's MP regeneration to the point that I can fire this many times. This is not going to actually be helpful because therefore I'm not going to be able to fire this many times. This is actually the same problem that we already experience right now, because I can do this exact same thing in the freaking lab already. Like I can do this right now with Lepic already. This is not helpful unless they have changed MP consumption in some way, or we are continuously regenerating MP. That might make a difference. But I do not see this being the case. So that is a big concern for me. That is something that I am very, very worried about, because I'm like, this does not make sense. You get what I mean? Like, I am very happy that they want to say that they've changed Lepic, but they need to do a more authentic showcase. If you want to showcase something like this to your audience, you need to say, okay, this is how it's going to look in combat. Don't show me in the lab, because I can do this right now and pretend that it's good. They did not hit the Vulgus. And at worst, like, again, I will say this, I'm going to have to be critical here, because at worst, this is a deliberately showcased failure where they did not hit the enemies to therefore avoid being in combat. Look, Baldwin, I'm gonna say this straight up. We will test everything once it's actually in the game, but we will test it harshly and rigorously. How much faster he can shoot is irrelevant though, because shooting faster does not actually help the final situation. That's my big issue. The MP consumption was what really was a stumbling block and a stopping block for Lepic. I do not think they will change this because the last time that we had a test build like this and we didn't get to test it, nothing was changed when it finally dropped, and it's dropping next week. So you guys have to understand this. I'm not trying to be harsh on them, but I will say this, that a lot of this stuff needs to be more thoroughly tested, more rigorously tested to robot standards. And I am not happy with the lack of robot standard testing. Of course, I'm much more rigorous than most devs because obviously it's my job to go in depth with all of these characters, no matter which game that I play. I have done the same thing for any of the other games that I'm contracted for or whatever. And at the end of the day, this is one of the biggest problems because when I speak to devs, if I ever get a chance to do so, not saying just for this game, but for other games as well. When I've spoken with the devs, one of the biggest issues is that they say, oh, but this is what we intended. But I'll tell them, look, this is what you intended. This is how it actually works in game. I'll break it down for you. This is how bad it is. And that's not right. You're not supposed to do that in this way. I hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see how the final product looks. I could be wrong anyway, but let's find out.
네, 트리거 모드를 설명하다가 갑자기
Yeah, let's go back to trigger mode.
네네네. 예, 이제 처음 소개드린 트리거 모듈이었고요. 두 번째는 이제 전술 가속이라는 트리거 모듈인데요. 이거는 엔조로 보여드리겠습니다.
Second one is tactical acceleration. Let's show it with Enzo.
네, 전술 가속은 네. 전술 가속은 보급이라는 스킬을 사용할 때, 보급 타입의 스킬을 사용할 때 자신과 아군의 사격 중에 이동 속도를 올려주고요. 탄창이 0이 됐을 때 재장전 없이 즉시 탄보급을 해주는.
Okay, yo, this one I like. This one could make Enzo pretty darn useful. I'm not saying he's going to compete with Serena, but tactical acceleration is active weapons instantly reload with available rounds, and movement speed increases while firing. Okay, so I can effectively mag dump and they instantaneously reload with available rounds. This could jumpstart a lot of weapons with firing Fiesta, and I can sort of like swap weapons while using a supply type skill. The cooldown, however, is 20 seconds, and that is the biggest problem. See, there's two cooldowns. Cooldown up there, it says 30 seconds, then range is 20 meters. So that means I get 8.5 seconds of effectively what Glade does, but only so long as my ammo lasts. So although this is interesting, will it actually compete with Glade? And the other thing is that if I use the firearm supply enhancer and it instantly reloads, does that take the buff away? This will all have to be tested because all of that will affect the final DPS that we are able to put out with Enzo using this. So as interesting as this is, I can already foresee some limitations. Considering the fact that it is a 20-second cooldown. Now, I don't know why there's two cooldowns here, but I'm going to go on the basis of 20 seconds. And the duration is only 8.5 seconds, and I believe we will not be able to enhance that since trigger modules don't operate off our modules. This is interesting, but also problematic. It's both ways. Getting the duration to 8.5 seconds will be absolutely crucial. I don't really care about the movement speed, but yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one. And also, my biggest concern is just whether or not the instant reload will affect the firearm supply enhancer.
걸어주는 모듈입니다.
Interesting,
so
though.
Using the supply type of skill, it applies a buff that increases movement speed while firing. for both the player and party members, and it immediately replenishes munition without reloading when the magazine is empty.
네, 현재 보급은 엔조만 가지고 있는 스킬
Without
유형이고요.
reloading.
Currently, supply is a skill type exclusive to Enzo.
네, 이거
Yep, equipping that.
네, 한번 써보면 네, 이렇게 걸렸고 지금 비수를 사용하고 있는 중입니다. 네, 거의 한 200발 가까이 쏠 수 있는 모습을 볼 수 있죠.
You can see over 200 bullets being poured on that enemy after using that skill.
그리고 세 번째로 보여드릴 트리거 모듈은요, 넬로 한번 보여드릴게요. 아직 버프 걸려서 안 바뀌네요.
Yes, let's take the third module with Nell, but it's not working since there's a buff on him.
네, 잠시만 기다려주세요.
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah.
Okay.
네, 세 번째는 폭풍 탄환이라는 모듈입니다.
Exactly. Serena, like
one
this
is
is all to
storm
mimic a fraction of Serena's power.
관통형 발사체 스킬을 사용할 때 발사체 한 개마다 폭풍의 눈 3개를 생성해서 지속 피해를 입히는 모듈이고요. 관통형 발사체는 샤렌, 세레나, 넬이 가지고 있습니다.
Cooldown
When
7
using the
seconds.
piercing projectile skills, it creates like 3 Eye of the Storm per projectile, dealing continuous damage. And this piercing projectile is currently possessed by Sharon, Serena, and Nell.
네, 한번 보여드릴게요.
Let's take a look.
네, 이렇게 폭풍의 눈을 생성하는 그런.
Damage doesn't look that impressive.
이 폭풍의 눈은 몬스터한테 생성되는 게 아니고 그 몬스터 피격을 당한 몬스터가 있는 지면에 생성되는 스킬입니다.
I will test it in the field,
The
but
Eye
I
of
don't
Storm
see this.
forms on the monster that has been hit. It kind of waves around the perimeter.
네, 근데 사실은 이 트리거 모듈은 샤렌이 쓰면 더 효과적이에요.
So actually, this trigger module is more effective when used by Sharon.
If it's more effective when used by Sharon, I can kind of understand that.
네, 왜냐하면 관통형 발사체당 폭풍의 눈 3개이기 때문에 동시에 여러 개의 관통형 발사체인 칼날을 던지는 샤렌이 더 많은 폭풍의 눈을 생성할 수 있습니다.
Yeah, so since like each piercing projectile creates 3 Eye of the Storm, Sharon, who throws like multiple blades simultaneously, can generate more of these Eye of the Storm.
이런 식으로 한 번에 많은
I see. So this was designed for Sharon. Okay,
다른
cool.
플레이어분들이 좋아하실 것 같아요.
It looks like many Sharon players will welcome this.
나도 오랜만에 꺼내서 해봐야 되나?
Producer said maybe he should play Sharon. You know,
넣어놓고 요새 안 했는데 샤렌.
Right, the devs better play all their own characters.
to play Sharon, but however, director, you previously mentioned that you would continue to improve the performance of the trigger modules while balancing them. The trigger modules currently at a level that how are you sure about like the trigger modules that line with the intended performance? 그래서 이전에는 좀 그 성능을 끌어올리면서 약간 그 밸런스를 맞춘다고 말씀을 하셨는데 현재 그 목표했던 성능에 어느 정도 부합하는지 좀 궁금합니다.
아직은 성능이 목표에는 좀 부족한 상태로 보고 있고요. 목표했던 것의 한 3분의 2 정도 상태로 보고 있습니다. 그래서 조금 더 성능을 올려서 트리거 모듈의 가치를 개선하려고 하고 있습니다.
So the performance is still insufficient. It's currently at about 2/3 of the target level. So we plan to improve the performance further to enhance the value of trigger modules.
네, 그리고 시즌 3 업데이트 후에 커뮤니티에서 트리거 모듈의 연출도 조금 무난해서 아쉽다라는 평도 확인을 했는데요. 여러 이펙트들이 뒤섞여 나올 수 있는 상황을 감안한 연출이었지만 피드백을 수용해서 조금 더 과감하게 연출을 시도해 보려고 합니다. 기존 트리거 모듈의 연출도 보강하고 있는 중입니다.
Additionally, after the Season 3 update, there have been some comments from the community that the trigger module's visuals are somewhat lackluster. While the design was intended to accommodate situations where multiple effects could overlap, we will incorporate feedback and try more daring effects. We're also reinforcing the existing trigger modules' overall effects as well. Yeah,
I'm not
great
against
to
that,
hear.
but
Now,
more daring effects
why
can be
don't we take a
problematic.
look at 3 new ultimate modules for our Descendants as well. 예, 그럼 다음으로는 좀 새로 추가되는 계승자
Okay. For every 2 buffs on selves grants critical point. Defense -3, movement speed increase, skill power modifier +6. Okay. Intimidation release. When landing a skill attack, deals 85% of defense as additional damage. That's literally designed for that's literally designed for both Glay and Ajax. When HP is 50% or lower, skill critical hit damage plus 106. Life on the edge. That is going to be a very interesting one. I think it'll be used with conditional recharge to create some pretty interesting builds, but that's going to be like hyper glass cannon style. So that one's going to be very interesting in how they actually bring it out. I think it might actually be possible to create some very interesting glass cannon effects with life on the edge, but I think that'll be up to the speedrunners because that is not something I'm going to be touching. Yeah, no, glass cannon, anybody that uses critical hits is going to be possible, but like I said, it's all going to come down to the what you call it? What's it called? Blah, 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 blah. It's all going to come down to the conditional recharge skill because you're going to need a way of lowering your own hit points, and that is the only way to do it. So conditional recharge mixed with this, that's already 2 slots, and then after that you'd have to build around it. So I don't know how plausible it's going to be because I don't think we have enough module slots to accommodate this, but I guess there could be some value in it. If there was an easier way to have your hit points, or if there's a trigger module that automatically have your hit points, I would say a skill like this would work, but since there isn't, this one, it's gonna be very glass cannony. Genuinely, it's gonna be very glass cannony, but we'll see. I'll leave that one up to the speedrunners. The speedrunners will figure it out.
네, 먼저 임계점 돌파라는 이 모듈은 버프의 수에 비례해서 방어력을 깎고 이동 속도와 스킬 위력 개수를 올려주는 모듈입니다.
First, critical point breakthrough is a module that reduces defense based on the number of buffs while increasing movement speed and skill power.
전투 중에 무기의 고유 효과, 아르케 조율, 또 외장 부품, 역배열 강화를 잘 이용해서 버프를 많이 유지하면 유지할수록 사냥 효율이
Just to say this, if you are interested in those products, please make sure you're 18 plus. The command will work. Not sure why you retracted it, but it'll just produce a link, dude. And you can go to my page and, well, you can go to the partnered store that I have and order in whatever you want. But yeah,
증가할 수 있는 모듈이고요.
make sure you're 18 plus, buddy.
During combat, effectively utilizing the weapon's unique effects, Arche tuning, external components, and inversion reinforcements to maintain as much buffs as possible can increase the overall efficiency when facing enemies.
네, 제가 갑자기 채팅도 계속 보고 있는데 누가 어느 분이 한 달 업데이트 알차자고 하셔서 너무 감사해요.
Yeah, we just saw the chat. Somebody in Korean, I think, left that this is a lot of updates for 1 month, and yeah, thank you for that.
네. 위압 방출 모듈은 방어력에 비례해서 추가 피해를 높여주는 모듈이고요. 제발 에이젝스에게 효과가 좀 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
Intimidation release is a module that increases additional damage based on defense, and we hope that it would work great on Ajax.
그리고 칼라류의 삶은 체력이 50% 이하일 때 스킬 치명타 배율을 높여주는 모듈입니다.
Life on the Edge is a module that increases skill critical hit damage when health is below 50%. Yeah, from new trigger modules to ultimate modules, there seems to be plenty of room for skill dealers to improve their builds. So that's all the introduction to the new modules. Next, we'll move on to the new fellow I'm sure many of you have been seeing. Yeah, we pretended we couldn't see that. But yeah, well, let's take a look. 그래서 예,
Okay,
새로운
Husky
모듈에 대한
time.
소개는 여기까지 하고요. 계속해서 또 조력자가 좀 나오고 싶어했던 것 같은데 한번 조력자 한번 소개해 보겠습니다.
진짜 너무 많이 보여준 것 같아요.
다 보여준 것 같은데.
Yeah, so next up is the Snowy Sled Dog. 예, 새로운 조력자 스노우 슬레드 독입니다.
허스키가 귀엽긴 하다. 네.
Recovers Descendant's MP every 30 seconds. Yep, 16%. This will actually be useful. I'm down with that.
Yeah, we all think that that's the most cute fellow ever, but yeah, let's take a look at how that
네.
performs.
이번에 신규 조력자는 허스키 외형을 가진 스노우 슬레드독입니다. 네네. 아이템 파밍과 분해 기능은 기존 조력자와 동일하고요. 정신력 회복을 고유한 효과로 가지고 있습니다.
So this fellow is a snowy sled dog with the appearance of a husky, and item farming and dismantle functions are the same as existing fellows, and this fellow has the MP recovery function as its unique effect.
죠.
Wow, I mean, yeah, she's saying breast. This seems like an invaluable companion for skill dealers who consume a lot of MP, but you know, yeah, design, it's really appealing. Maybe because of the new fellow, but yeah.
I think
as
that's in
you,
October, my friend.
said as well, it's my favorite out of the three. Yeah, 그래서 이 정신력 소모가 많은 좀 스킬 딜러들이 요즘 많죠. 뭐 내일도 그렇고.
But I could be wrong.
그런데
We'll see.
또 이 새로운 조력자가 굉장히 소중한 단짝이 될 것 같습니다.
맞습니다.
그리고 디자인 말씀하셨듯이 너무 마음에 듭니다. 너무 귀여워요.
근데 뭐 계속 뭐 귀엽다 얘기하고 있긴 한데 유난히 얘가 얼굴이 털이 뽀송뽀송해서 그러나 되게 이쁜 것 같아요. 네.
So the sled dog's face is a bit furry, so I think the head skin fits.
스킨 한번 좀 보여주세요. 네. 하하. 도라에몽이 생각나는 저.
kind of
네, 이게 헤드 스킨들이 되게 잘 어울리는 것 같네요. 네. 그리고 바디도 한번 봅시다. 네.
Yeah, body skin.
네, 전용도 있고요. 기존의 것들도 되게 잘 어울리는 것 같아요. 네.
So we got an exclusive skin and the original skins. They all look great on him.
패턴도.
Patterns over there.
맞아요. 저런 브라운 색깔 허스키들도 많이 있죠. 네, 좋네요.
Yeah, round one.
이거 스폰도 한번 보여주실래요? 네.
네, 허스키니까
허스키니까.
Ooh, yeah.
이거와
New
함께 잘
spawn.
어울리네요. 네.
Oh, looking like that. Husky, yeah, getting that snow away from him.
그럼 저거 잘 어울리네요. 네. 털면서 나타나는 거. 네.
Yeah. So all these.
우리 허스키 컨셉에 되게 잘 맞춰서 나온 것 같아요.
Yeah, I think that perfectly matches the concept. Yeah, so the sled dog's design, that's really cute, and I think I'll definitely get it when it's released. But like, how will we be able to get this? 예, 그래서 모형이 말씀하셨듯이 정말 귀여운데 이번에는 혹시 어떻게 파밍을 진행하면 될까요?
네, 많이들 궁금하실 것 같은데요. 이 허스키 스노우 슬레드 독은 보이드 베슬 대신 엑시온에서 파밍을 진행하게 됩니다. 뭐 전에도 이제 딜크님이 얘기해 주시긴 하셨는데, 네. 물론 그래서 먹이도 보이드 베슬 외에 엑시온에서도 파밍을 할 수 있도록 파밍처가 추가될 예정이에요.
So the
Well,
snowy
let's wait
sled
till they
dog
get
will
there.
be farmed in Axion instead of the void vessel. Of course, additional farming locations will be added in Axion, where you can farm for food in addition to the void vessel. Wow, that's something really great to hear. So I guess we can farm these in Axion while aiming to get the new trigger modules as well. With that, we've now reviewed all of the major content updates for September. Now let's take a look at some QOL improvements as well.
Okay.
그래서 이렇게 좀 9월
QOL
업데이트 관련된
improvements. Let's
주요
go.
콘텐츠들은 잘 살펴보았는데 다음으로는 편의성 개선 항목도 한번 살펴보겠습니다. Yeah, looks like we got various QOL improvements that are being prepared as well. Director, so could you explain these a bit? 그래서 다양한 좀 편의성 개선 사항들도 이제 진행이.
That first one, I'll say leaderboard view descendant. So if we can now finally audit the builds of the top players, I think that actually finally makes the leaderboard something valid. previously, when you could not audit the builds of the so-called top players, you had no way of knowing whether or not they were legitimately able to clear something. Now, being able to see what the top players are utilizing and how they choose to utilize it, we will be able to emulate and do the same things. I look forward
네,
to
먼저 리더보드
checking out the
배분자
leaderboards
살펴보기.
and actually seeing
리더보드 순위권에
the
오르는
top builds
플레이어의
by these
빌드를
players.
살펴볼 수 있는 기능이 추가되고요. 이때 보여지는 세팅은 이 플레이어의 현재 세팅이 아니라 리더보드에 기록되는 순간의 정보를 스냅샷으로 기록하게 됩니다.
So
중요하죠.
a feature has been added that allows players to view the builds of others who have reached the leaderboard rankings. So the settings displayed are not the current player's current settings, but a snapshot of the information recorded at the moment they were listed on the leaderboard. Yeah, so I think this will surely be helpful for studying the builds of the top ranked users. And currently, there's the inconvenience of having to look up the username through the API. I think this will kind of ease all of that. And I think this feature might help determine whether like the top ranked players, they achieve the record through not cheating, but just like normal game.
They said it. They said it. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that at the very start of all this? Did I not say this? Did I not say, was I not the first person to literally say it? Y'all all heard it when leaderboards first came into the game. I said, look, these people, there's going to be people that are literally using illegal programs in order to achieve their goals. I once showed that the so-called top Serena run was literally impossible on the leaderboard because even if I ignored every single enemy and flew through the entire map at maximum movement speed, there was no way to get the actual timing that was shown on the leaderboard. But now, things will be different. Now, if we can emulate the builds of the top players, and I will happily emulate them live on stream, but if we emulate the builds of the so-called top players and we see whether or not they are truly legitimate, then, ladies and gents, we now have more abilities to say, this definitely will work. This definitely will not work. So this is actually very helpful, and I'm actually really, really happy about this. When it does come in, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what kind of builds will be the top builds for certain activities. I wouldn't say that there's no more cheating players. There's definitely still going to be cheating players because there will still be players who, I mean, think about it this way. In Monster Hunter Wilds, where players often post, like especially the Japanese players, they post their top runs live on video and things like that. And player skill does have an effect on this because for those of you that know Monster Hunter Wilds, being able to perfect dodge every single enemy attack can be a factor. But what will happen here is that this is not Monster Hunter Wilds, because in this game, skill plays a very minimal factor in achieving results. Okay, so when it comes to toxicity, the only thing that I will say is that this should not be used as a way of accusing people of cheating, but rather if I look at a top player's build. Now, RNG is always going to be a factor. Let me talk, like RNG in terms of knowing the monster's movement pattern, things like this. For Stormhanger, for example, there are people that have achieved runs using Nell with a slightly modified build that have done it in like 26 seconds, 28 seconds, which is entirely plausible, although most of my runs are 40 seconds. Do I care to achieve a top leaderboard time? No. But will I at least be able to roughly hazard a guess and see how it should be built? Yes. And then I'll be able to comment, is this legitimate? Yes. Is RNG going to be a factor in achieving the top run? Yes. So in a game like this where player skill is less determinant than RNG as well as the build itself, what this will do is it will enable us to assess whether or not players are playing legitimately. But please do not accuse players of cheating because, quite frankly, in some fights, RNG is entirely a factor. So that's going to be a very, very important thing. To answer one of your statements, Nike Rivers says, some people said this might be a toxic thing to look at other people's builds. Those people, I will give them the same line that law enforcement uses. if you have nothing to hide, you've got nothing to be afraid of, because your own skill and the amount of time and effort you've spent to master your own build is what is going to set you apart on the leaderboard. Just because somebody copies your build does not mean that they're going to be able to copy your leaderboard timing. The build sharing is mostly to help other players who might want to finish the activity, but not necessarily be able to do it in exactly the same time as you are able to do it. So yeah, I definitely like this. No more gatekeeping the builds. It's definitely going to showcase the best builds, and I'm very excited to actually see a lot of this. And parody online, the public Albion defense. That would definitely be a hack if it was finished in under 20 seconds. The fastest timing for the defense in yeah, Albion defense. Are you talking about the resource defense? Because that one's in Fortress. The fastest timing that has been achieved is about 6 minutes. So anything shorter than 6 minutes is impossible. And in that case, you better report a hacker.
이 상위권 유저들이 좀 그런 빌드를 연구하는 데 도움이 될 것 같고.
Although I've never seen that happen personally. Every single run that I play is about 6 minutes
확실히 좀 살펴볼 수 있을 것 같습니다.
7 minutes.
다음은 인벤토리 필터링 기능 개선인데요. 먼저
20 seconds, unfortunately, is impossible for the total run.
네. Yeah, so next up are improvements
Yeah, if the
to
whole thing
inventory
finished in 20
filter
seconds, that's
feature
impossible.
And search functions have been added.
네, 뭐 예를 들어서 요거는 이제 키보드라면
Oh, this is so helpful.
Using a keyboard.
네, 이런 식으로 네.
I love it.
원하는 이름이나 장비의 이름이나 혹은 네, 옵션을 가지고 있는
So,
네.
yeah, it can
맥스 HP로 검색을 했죠. 예, 이렇게 모듈을 빠르게 찾아볼 수가 있고요.
So either you can input the name of the item or like the options like that, max HP, MP.
네, 그리고 세부 필터라는 기능도 추가되었습니다. 필터 리스트를 플레이어가 원하는 대로 조정해서 조합해서 해당하는 장비만 인벤토리에 표시할 수 있도록 할 수도 있습니다.
So additionally, a detailed filter feature has also been added, so players can combine filter lists as desired, to display only the corresponding equipment from their inventory.
많이들 좋아해 주시네요. 채팅창 보니까.
Yeah, I think many players are liking this, including
네,
me.
이런 식으로.
저도 너무 좋네요. 이게 다 확실히 편의성이 많이 개선이 될 것 같습니다. Yeah, putting like all these options.
네.
Yes.
이렇게.
It only works in challenge mode,
Descendant
Nike
Fest
River.
has
So
been-
you have to do the challenge mode in order to get onto the leaderboard for people to see what you use. Additionally, you have to be within the top
Yeah,
100.
this is a feature requested by
The
H.O.U.N.D
normal one
during the
will not
fest,
showcase
right?
anything.
And yeah, it is.
보고 계십니까?
Just so you know.
액토게이밍님 보고 계십니까?
If you're watching, yes, we finally got these improvements. And I remember, yes, it was the player wearing this silver headset. And although this was a feature Ecto-Gaming asked during the Descendant Fest, I believe many other Descendants will find it handy as well. And at first I thought like only the search function would be added, but we also have this detailed filter function that you saw, which will also be quite helpful for console players. 그래서
Well, good job regardless.
이게 질문하셨던 기능이었고 이게 또 많은 분들이 또 필요했던 기능이었죠. 근데 이제 또 세부 필터 같은 경우에는 또 콘솔 플레이어분들에게 많은 도움이 될 것이라고 생각이 듭니다.
네, 다음은 파티 찾기에 대한 개선입니다. 이번 기능은 파티 찾기 메뉴에서 플레이어의 설정에 어울리는 다른 플레이어를 자동으로 추천해주는 기능입니다.
Yes, so the next feature is regarding recruiting a party, and so we can match the player settings within the party menu.
네, 엑시온이 업데이트되면서 이전보다 파티를 찾는 플레이어분들이 많아졌는데요. 기존 파티 찾기는 자동으로 파티를 결성해 주는 데 초점을 맞추고 있다면 파티원 추천 기능은 적절한 다른 유저를 연결해 주는, 추천해 주는 기능입니다.
With the Axion update, more players are now searching for parties than before, while the existing party finder feature focused on automatically matching a party. the recommended like party member feature, it connects players with appropriate party members. Yeah, I mean, so the party search system seems to be gradually improving since like, the purpose and method of finding parties vary from player to player. It's really great that it continues to be refined in various ways. And yeah, so I hope that like more convenient features like this will be added in the future. Yeah, 그래서 그리고 또 파티를 구하는 목적과 방식들이 플레이어 분들에 따라서 이게 좀 제각각으로 좀 다양하게 요구가 될 것 같은데요. 이렇게 계속해서
I'm sure the Luna toenail guy will be happy about that, yeah.
앞으로도 좀 다양한 그런 편의 기능이 추가되면 너무 좋을 것 같습니다.
He definitely will be loving it.
네, 다음은 호버바이크의 기능이 개선됩니다. 일단 몬스터와 충돌하면 몬스터를 밀치면서 통과하도록 개선이 되고요. 그리고 전용 무기 스킬을 사용하는 중에 바로 호버바이크를 탑승할 수 있도록 전용 무기를 취소하고 바로 호버바이크에 탑승하도록 개선이 됩니다.
So improvements have been made to the hoverbikes feature as well. When colliding with monsters, it will now push them aside to pass through. In addition, players can now mount the hoverbike immediately while using unique weapons. So it cancels the unique weapon and gets you on the hoverbike.
네, 그리고 그 다음으로 월크래셔의 기여도 점수 책정 방식도 변경이 되고요. 입힌 데미지를 기준으로 기여도가 차등 산정되는 방식인데요. 같은 주기에 여러 번 처치할 경우에는 그 해당 주기에서 달성한 최대 기여도만 인정하는 방식으로 변경이 됩니다. 예를 들어 1시 1분에 5,000점을 얻고 1시 3분에 6,000점을 얻었다면 1시 주기에는 6,000점만 획득하는 방식이어서요. 고득점을 목표로 여러 번 플레이할 수는 있는데 리더보드의 점수를 올리기 위해서는 한 번의 주기에 여러 번 플레이하는 그런 문제를
Purple weapons are just for mastery, that's it.
Next are changes in the scoring system for the wall crasher contributions. Contribution points are currently calculated based on the damage dealt. So if you attempt the same challenge multiple times within the same period, only the highest contribution score achieved during that period will be accumulated. So let's say like you earn 5,000 points at 1:01 p.m. and then you get 6,000 points at 1:03 p.m. Then only 6,000 points will be awarded for the 1 p.m. hour cycle. So while you can still aim for high scores by playing multiple times, these changes, they are expected to make the current strategy of forming parties to like repeatedly defeat the wall crasher a lot of times not such an advantageous strategy.
네, 그리고 마지막으로 5주차에 1일 도전 목표의 밸런스 조정이 진행될 예정이고요. 과하게 높은 목표치를 제시했던
I
도전
see.
목표를
So
낮추고
top
5랭크
contributors
플레이어가 더 이상 갈 필요 없는 콘텐츠는
basically
도전에서 이미 삭제했습니다.
have been gaming the
예를 들어
leaderboard. Fair enough.
마랭이 낮은 플레이어에게는 비정형 물질 획득을 1일 도전으로 제한을 하지만 마랭이 높은 플레이어에게는 제한하지 않는 방식입니다.
Finally, balance adjustments for the daily challenge goals will be implemented in week 5. We have lowered the challenge goals that were set too high, and some content that was no longer necessary for high-level players have been removed. So, for example, players with a low mastery rank will be offered like earning amorphous materials as a daily challenge, but this will no longer be suggested to players with higher mastery ranks.
네, 이번 배틀패스의 새로운 도전 과제 시스템을 적용하면서 여러 버그로 플레이에 불편을 드렸던 점 다시 한번 사과 말씀드립니다. 시즌 3에서 처음
They do
도입된
sprinkle one or two in there, but yeah, they're pretty much useless
다음
sniping,
시즌에도
unfortunately.
계속 유지하면서
I do wish that they were
도전
better,
밸런스를
but
이번
yeah.
시즌 3 동안 잘 조율해서
What can you
더
do, right?
나은 배틀패스를 앞으로도 선보일 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by various bugs during the implementation of the new challenge system in the Battle Pass. We will continue to maintain the improved reward system introduced in Season 3 and strive to refine the overall challenge balance to deliver an even better Battle Pass in the future. Yes, we will. So that concludes the overview of the major improvements. Additional details on specific improvements and bug fixes will be provided in the patch notes, so please stay tuned. Now let's move on to Descendant balance updates for September, which I think many of you are curious. 예, 그래서 주요 개선 사항에 대한 소개는 여기까지 하고요.
See you later,
또
cat.
많은 분들이 궁금해하는 9월달 계승자 밸런스 조정 소식으로 넘어가겠습니다. Director, during the media interview in August, you revealed that the Descendant targeted for the September balance patch will be Lepeg over here. So how will the September monthly balance be handled? 그래서 최근 그 미디어 인터뷰에서 9월 밸런스 조정 대상이 래픽이라고 좀 공개가 됐는데 이 또 월간 밸런스 어떻게 진행이 될 예정일까요?
네, 말씀드린 대로 이번에는 래픽이
Let's see whether or not there are meaningful changes. I hope so. but
래픽은
we'll have to
견인
see.
수류탄 자체의
This is one of the
강점을
things
가지고
that
있지만
I'm
이를
definitely
뒷받침할 수 있는
keen on
화력이나
figuring out.
다른 스킬의 활용도가 부족한 상태라고 보았습니다.
Yes, as mentioned, Lepik has been selected as the Descendant for receiving improvements to skills. Traction grenade, while Lepik possesses the traction grenade, he lacks the firepower of other skills to effectively support these strengths.
네, 그래서 전반적인 화력과 이동 능력을 개선하는 방향으로 접근하였고요. 래픽 특유의 스킬 간 콤비네이션을 잘 활용할 수 있도록 스킬 편의성과 효용성을 개선하게 되었습니다.
Therefore, we're approaching this by improving the firepower and mobility of the build composed of basic skills and transcendent module skills. And we've improved the convenience and utility of his skills, so to better utilize his unique skill combinations.
네, 아까 보여드린 것처럼 이번 스킬 과출력은 스킬 치명타 배율도 버프하고요. 포화와 4번 스킬과 함께 쓸 때 더 빠르게 발사 속도를 가질 수 있는 형태로 바뀌었고요.
So as you've seen on the laboratory, the skill number 2, Overclock, has been improved to boost the skill critical hit damage of the skill and increase firing speed when used with skill number 4, Overkill, resulting in a shorter, more powerful buff.
네, 그리고 폭발물 저장도 아까 보여드렸고 이 외에도 다른 초월 모듈도 또 계속 다 변화를 주었습니다. 그래서 전반적으로 래픽의 다양한 빌드와
It's a bit slow, but there are ways to
상승시킬 수
resolve
있는
it.
형태로 개선을 하게 되었습니다.
As long as they buff the skill
So we've
damage, I
seen
can
the
actually work with it.
explosive stacks going all around, and we are looking for the transcendent modules to undergo significant changes as well, so that Lepik can perform in a better way.
If they can change him like they did for Jaber, I think
a lot
it'll be
of
fine.
changes for Lepik, and I'm looking forward to it as well. Besides Lepik, I'm also curious about which other descendants will get balance adjustments to damage. So, Director, could you share these details as well? 그래서 래픽이 또 많은 변화가 있는데 래픽 이외에도 또 어떤 계승자들이 좀 그런 수치 관련된 밸런스 패치가 있을지 궁금한데요. 이 부분도 한번 소개 부탁드립니다.
네, 현재 H.O.U.N 격전지를 기준으로 데미지가 부족한 계승자들을 검토를 하고 있고 이번에는 블레어, 프레이나 버니의 밸런스가 조정될 예정입니다.
So we're looking into Descendants on how they perform in Axion, and this time the balance for Blair, Freyna, and Bunny will receive adjustments. Yeah, so the August balance patch.
I don't
they
mind
yielded
if they
good
make
results.
Bunny,
Unfortunately, we were
if they make
successful
Bunny
in implementing
good,
the monthly
that's
balance
fine.
update, and yeah, we're looking forward to positive outcomes in the September balance update as well, and yeah, we kindly request your continued support, Director. All right, then, let's move on to the introduction of new skins that will be updated on September 4th. 예, 그래서 9월에도 월간 밸런스에 좋은 결과가 있기를 좀 기원하면서 9월 4일에 업데이트될 새로운 스킨들 소개로 넘어가겠습니다. Yes, so now we've shared details on the new Moonlight stage skin from Ultimate Luna. 예, 그래서 문라이트 그 스테이지 스킨 아까 소개해 드렸는데 along with this, new back attachments and spawn effects will be added. 예, 이거 이외에도 좀 새로운 등부 창물과 스폰 이펙트도 이번에 추가가 됩니다.
I
네, 그리고
don't care about the back pieces.
스폰 한번 볼까요?
Yeah, let's take a look at the
문라이트
spawn.
체인지 챌린지.
Moonlight
예.
challenge.
오.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
네네네. 역시 네,
Looks great.
스폰도 잘 나왔네요.
Yeah.
네. 그리고 자 이번에는
Yeah.
캐릭터 선택장이고요. 네. 여기서
이쪽에
여기.
있었네. 아, 일단.
Looking for
세레나 한번
Serena.
보겠습니다. 네, 블레어 말고. 네, 세레나.
Serena.
자, 세레나의 신규 스킨이 네, 들어갑니다.
Yeah, we got a new skin for Serena. Ah,
짜잔.
yes.
고대의 천사라는.
Ah,
네.
ancient
skin.
angel skin.
네. 세레나 컨셉하고 되게 잘 어울리는 스킨이라고 생각을 해요. 잉그리스 고대 설화에 등장하는 천사의 모습을 모티브로 개발된 장비라는 설정을 가지고 있고요. 네. 그리고 네.
Yeah.
한번 이렇게 돌려서 좀 보이시겠어요?
Yeah.
네, 네,
So-
이런 느낌입니다.
Yeah, so
네.
it's inspired by the appearance of an angel from the ancient legends of English.
Okay.
네,
Mm.
예쁘네요. 네,
Yeah.
순백의 천사 같은. 그리고 여기에 어울리는 스폰도 있습니다.
Another spawn ready. That goes well with the
어디냐?
skin.
네,
Ah.
천사의 고리라는 이름의 스폰이.
It spawns okay.
Angel's ring.
It's alright, but I think nobody's ever going to swap off the stripper
Yeah,
pole.
so looks great, and along with the addition of the lounge, we have indoor clothing series that will also be added. While existing skins, they were like battle suits or casual.
Are they
wear,
going to photo mode for real?
kind of,
What
but
the?
that were kind of in the game. We also have some newly added indoor wear, which is designed to perfectly fit the lounge as well. Of course, you can still fight while wearing indoor wear. There's no limits. 그래서 그 라운지 추가와 함께 이 실내복 시리즈도 추가가 되고요. 이 라운지와 정말 잘 어울리는데, 물론 이 실내복 스킨을 착용한 상태로 전투를 하셔도 뭐 무방합니다.
The spawn does not have enough
아까
oomph.
보여드렸죠. 네, 라운지. 네,
Okay. Yep.
라운지 이너였고요. 네,
Yep.
So lounge underwear you saw when we were showing the lounge.
네, 꺼주십시오.
I see the concentration on the zooming. Okay.
네, 그리고
That they really had to do the okay.
이런 것처럼
I know Serena's their favorite. Like I swear to God.
왼발이고 왼발 상태에서 네, 요 복장으로 다 플레이
No.
가능합니다.
The
이제
sounds
현재
kill me.
스코어에서는 왼발인 유일한 스킨이라고 할 수 있죠. 네.
So,
I can't. I'm
as
just
you
eat
can
wolf
see,
berries,
it's
man.
Barefoot, and this
They
is
have to mention the
currently
barefoot.
the only barefoot skin available.
네, 라운지에서 저런 발 동작이 강조된 모션 재생할 때 요 스킨을 착용하고 있다면
Okay, right. Let me see. I don't know if this will play, but let me try it.
My, what lovely feet.
Those of you who play Expedition 33, okay, that line is exactly what we hear.
My, what lovely feet.
섬세한 연출도 볼 수 있을 것 같습니다. 네.
So when playing back in motion where like foot movements are emphasized in the lounge, you can see the subtle details if the barefoot skin over there is worn.
네, 그리고 다른 스킨 나와 볼까요? 네, 살짝 지나갔는데 가운을 입은 네, 이 스킨 애프터 샤워라는 이름의 스킨이고요. 네.
Do I even have to say anything here? Do I even have to say anything here? Did you see? Do you see what I'm seeing?
This is the after a shower skin.
네, 저 복장을 하고 피드 뛰어다니면서 전투를 하는 게
아하.
이상할 수도 있겠지만
아하.
저는 또 그런 나름의 재미가 있지 않을까 싶어요. 네.
If you're, doing battles with that skin, It may look kind of weird, but you know, it has its own kind of charm.
뭐 뛰어다니는 거 볼까요?
아, 버그가 있습니다.
If you're blind, I'm not gonna explain what I see. If you can see what I can see, that's good enough. We're not gonna talk about it. Okay, we're not gonna talk about it.
이거는 실제 나중에.
If you're blind, I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yeah, we wanted to show running with that skin on, but yeah, maybe not today. But
이건 테스트
My,
빌드니까.
what lovely
we
feet.
understand.
That's all I'm gonna say.
So, yeah, but we can see 다음 주에 또 볼 수 있으니까. Yeah,
그냥
it's coming next week.
일주일밖에
Yeah.
안 남았습니다.
Just one
네.
week. Yeah.
그리고 이제 뭐 앞으로도 이런 그 라운지에 어울리는, 그러니까 실내복 어울리는 실내복이라는 컨셉에 어울리는 스킨도 계속 만들고 있으니까 기대해 주시고요. 네.
So we are making more skins that will fit the lounge, so please look forward to that. Yes, so it really feels like the skins our descendants would wear after finishing their tough battles in Axion and fully, you know, relaxing on the lounge. It's something that I really like. 예, 그래서 우리 계승자들이 또 이렇게 전투를 마치고 이 라운지에서 편하게 좀 착용할 수 있는 그런 복장들이 나와서 정말 마음에 듭니다.
네.
All right, so we've gone over all the content and skins that will be coming.
It's
with the
confirmed,
September
userly.
4th update. And finally, let us give a brief preview of the various events starting September 4th. Producer, could you please introduce the events? 예, 그래서 9월 4일 업데이트 콘텐츠를 잘 살펴봤습니다. 네, 이제 또 이와 함께 9월 4일부터 이벤트들도 또 진행이 되죠. 그래서 이번 이벤트들에 대한 소개도 저희 PD님께 좀 부탁드리겠습니다.
네. 텍스트가 좀 많이 지나갈 예정입니다. 네.
많이.
네네네네. 이벤트 3개 있고요. 먼저 하나씩 얘기드리면 싱얼롱. 네, 싱얼롱 이벤트죠.
싱얼롱?
싱얼롱을 뭐 이렇게 뭐 틀어놓고 하시라는 얘기는 아니고, 네, 이벤트 이름이 싱얼롱 루나라는 이벤트고요. 얼티밋 루나와 관련된
Okay, we'll get a photon imprinter right there.
이벤트로 전용 퀘스트를 완료하거나 얼티밋 루나 모듈 쇼켓 타입 부여 등을 통해 미션을 완료할 수가 있고요. 보상으로는 등부 창물 만월의 기타리스트와 불꽃놀이 소셜모션 뉴 크레센트 애시브 이외에도 결정화 총매와 광자 각인기를 포함한 다양한 성장 아이템들이 준비가 되어 있습니다.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the first is the Sing Along with Luna event. This event is related to Ultimate Luna, and you can complete missions by finishing exclusive quests or by assigning module socket types to Ultimate Luna. The rewards include the back attachment, Full Moon Guitarist, Social Motion Anniversary Festival Fireworks, the new Crescent a Sieve, and various growth items such as Crystallization Catalyst and Photon Imprinter.
네, 그리고 두 번째 이벤트는요, 수집품 상인 콜렉티와 에디티 등장이라는 이름의 이벤트입니다. 먼저 이제 400% 침투 작전이나 시그마 섹터 월크래셔 유격 등을 통해서 수집품 코인을, 아까 이제 라운지 설명할 때 보여드렸잖아요. 수집품 코인을 얻고 해당 코인을 통해 라운지에 연시할 수 있는 수집품을 구매할 수 있는 이벤트입니다.
So the second event is collectible merchants, collect tea, and Eddie T have arrived. So this event allows you to obtain collectible coins through missions such as the 400% infiltration operation, Sigma sector, and wall crasher interception. And you can use these coins to purchase collectibles to display within the lounge.
네, 그리고 마지막으로는 루나의 음악일지라는 이벤트고요. 이건 이제 14일 동안 출석을 하면 매일 보상을 받을 수 있는 이벤트예요. 네, 얼티밋 루나와 스노우 슬레드 도파밍을 지원하는 루나의 보상 상자와 성장 지원 상자, 외장품 증강 코어 상자와 같은 성장 지원 물품들이 준비되어 있고요. 14일을 모두 출석하면 가슴 부착물인 MC 루나 네임택을 받을 수가 있습니다. 많은 참여 부탁드리겠습니다.
Lastly, there's the Luna's Music Journal attendance event. By logging in for a total of 14 days, you can receive daily rewards. And the Luna's reward box, which supports farming with Ultimate Luna and Snowy Sled Dog, along with growth support items such as the growth support box and external component augmentation core box are available. Additionally, by logging in for all 14 days, you can obtain the chest mounted Luna MC name tag. Yeah, the attachment over there. We look forward to your participation.
Hello, Creative.
Producer, yeah, thank you for that long introduction to the event. And everyone, please be sure to participate in the 14-day attendance event. 예, 그래서 PD님 길게 좀 소개를 해주셔서 너무 감사드리고요. 14일 동안 진행되는 출석 이벤트도 꼭 참여해 주시기 바랍니다. Yes, but last but not least, we got one more announcement. Yes, the final voting for the 2025 skin contest begins next week from September 2nd to the 16th. Any player that has an account with over mastery rank 10 can participate in the voting. So each player can vote for one Descendant and one fellow skin. The grand prize winning skin will be released in the actual game. So please vote for your favorite skin starting September 2nd. 예, 그래서 2025 스킨 공모전의 본선 투표가 또한 다음 주에 시작이 됩니다. 9월 2일부터 16일까지 마스터리 랭크 10 이상의 플레이어라면 누구나 투표에 참여가 가능하고요. 이 계승자와 조력자 스킨을 한 표씩 투표를 할 수가 있고 이 대상의 수상을 한 스킨은 실제 게임에도 출시가 될 예정이니 꼭 투표에 참여해 주시고 여러분이 원하는 스킨에 투표해 주시기 바랍니다. Wow, so great. Now that concludes part 1 of the August Dev Live broadcast. 예, 그럼 이것으로 8월 데브 라이브 방송의 1부를 좀 마치겠습니다.
네, 그러면 잠시 쉬고 돌아와서 2부를 시작할 텐데요. 그 전에 한 가지 소식을 하나 전해드리려고 합니다. 바로 한 달 뒤에 열리는 도쿄게임쇼 2025에 퍼스트 디센던트가 출품할 예정이고요. 저희 3명도 현장에 방문할 예정이에요. 여기에서는 신규 콜라보에 대한 내용도 공개 예정이고요. 자세한 내용은 아마 별도로 안내 나갈 것 같아서 네, 많은 관심 부탁드리겠습니다.
Before we take a short break, I have one more news to share. Next month, we will be participating in the Tokyo Game Show 2025. All 3 of us will be attending the event, and we plan to reveal details about a new collaboration. So further details will be shared at a later date.
네, 많은 기대 부탁드립니다. 네.
Yeah, we look forward to your continued support. Yes, so we're already looking forward to the Tokyo Game Show broadcast, which is coming next month. We're going to be taking a short break and return to the second part of our Dev Live with the Q&A session. 예, 그럼 저희는 잠시 쉬는 시간을 갖고 2부 Q&A 세션에서 다시 찾아뵙겠습니다. 잠시 뵙겠습니다.
Okay, so we'll stop there because the Q&A session, like if you guys want to watch it, excuse me, please by all means go ahead and watch it on your own if you are interested in doing so. We will actually be swapping over to the game now so that we can discuss what went on and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys have enjoyed the stream so far, please stay and we will continue to discuss. Overall, I am pretty happy with what they have showcased and everything there, so that's pretty fantastic. But and thank you. I'm very blessed to have you all here as my viewers. But so yeah, guys, what are we thinking? What were we thinking about in terms of the lounge skins? How are you all feeling about the 2, not 1, 2. Okay, can I just say this again? I'll say this again until I'm blue in the face. 2 lounge skins that were added. No, I agree this time. This is the one of the only times. Like, look, I'm supposed to keep a clean stream, but this is one of the only times that I will say it.
My, what lovely fate.
All right, Expedition 33 fans, I love you guys. All right, but yo, this is literally that feeling, that vibe, man. There will not be a free lounge skin, and either way, the lounge skins will always be paid. So please don't ever hope for a free one. Gabak, I like the robe one too. Okay, but you know.
Parry it.
Lol. Anyway, there's a lot that I want to say, but Well, Native 21 Rogue, look, free, not free. I will see when it's in the actual game. I don't really care what other creators have to say, nor do I ever comment on what other creators have to say, because that is not my style. So what I can certainly say is that there's, like, in my personal opinion, there is no way they're going to give you any of the lounge skins for free. Let's be real about that. Why would they cut into their own revenue? It is an absolute impossibility. They know that the cheapest price that they can sell this for is 750 caliber, and they are most likely going to sell it for 750 caliber and in a bundle with some emotes, spawns, and other things. Even if some creators say it's free, good luck to them. I don't really think that it'll be the case, and I hope they understand how business works, because there is no way that if I were a dev, I would not offer any of these skins for free, because people are going to pay for them just like they did. Where to get Ultimate Luna parts? I will answer you on the patch notes video. But it's most likely going to be Axion Plains. Let's be honest about that. Again, I will state clearly, guys. Whatever the case is, it's best we wait until the actual update. Don't forget that there's been a lot of times where there's been a minor change just before the final patch notes. So please, anything you hear in the live stream, take it with a grain of salt, and let's wait until the patch notes before we finalize our decisions and things like that. When it comes to where to farm and all that, they have said Axion Plains. It is most likely going to be Axion Plains. That would make a lot of sense to be in Axion Plains, but again, let's wait until the actual thing is in the game. Yeah, I think that is the smartest decision. Because if we don't wait until it's actually in the game, then we may make a misjudgment right now. And you all understand where I'm coming from when I say misjudgments are pretty bad. I don't disagree with you guys. I don't disagree with you guys. One of my dudes already said the same thing. I share a lot of your feelings, but it is what it is, you know. I just can't tell, like, what kind of fan base they're trying to cultivate here, because as far as I know, ladies do play this game, and not all of them would want this kind of, like, the heavy focus on the ladies, but I don't know how they feel about that. Assuming, of course, that, you know, never mind. I'm not even gonna bother saying it. Never mind. There's no reason to think. I'm just gonna go in Axion Plains. Screw this. I was testing my Luna build the other day, so I may as well go in and do a little bit of the finalized testing on it. Okay, to the fam in chat, listen, we're gonna can the feat discussion right now. It's good enough for a joke, but if we actually start discussing it, that would probably go against my contract. So let's can the discussion now, if you guys don't mind. All right. Unfortunately, we have to maintain a clean stream policy, despite the type of game that we play. I'm aware of how ridiculous that sounds, but this is unfortunately something I'm forced to do. No, I do not, Yezrali. I have never enabled ray tracing for any game. I did do some of the basic testing on this the other day, but I think it's probably best if I do some active testing.
Looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed.
Yep.
Requesting takedown of enemy assault.
I appreciate you guys respecting that. It is ridiculous, I know. I'm just trying very hard not to think about this. DLSS transformer is the same thing as AMD frame generation. Use it if you wish to. It's your choice if you want to, but it's entirely up to you, man. But for technical stuff like that, right? Please do not ask me for advice. I cannot actually give you that advice as a tech channel, because as a non-tech channel, because everybody's everybody's hardware is different. So I think you should test the settings based on your own hardware, see whether or not it works out for you, and you can adjust accordingly. But try not to copy my settings because my settings are specific to my streaming and things like that. Hope you guys understand that. That's why I don't give tech advice or I don't do settings, because I myself used to try and follow those kinds of videos, but I find them all absolutely useless because you're not supposed to actually do that. You're supposed to test it yourself and base it on your own hardware, so just take note. Also, why is it so loud?
Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location.
I don't mind the collabs, but they are expensive. That's my only gripe, because I know it's going to be expensive. And considering the sheer amount of skins they're pumping out, it's going to be wild. That being said, I am getting the... thank you to all of you. I will be getting the new skin tonight. I really appreciate all of you guys funding the previous skin, so that was pretty cool. Oh wait, there's the boss. Whoops. I knew I was missing something. I think it's gonna be Axion only. But Axion is so easy to farm, so it's not a big deal.
Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operations zone.
You can literally run around with any of my builds and you'll be fine.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Yep, the dog is also only an Axion, or so they've said. Again, we don't know the final result, but that's what they've said so far, so... I think it's a fair enough expectation. There we go. Okay, gap in time was about 4 minutes 52 seconds. We're going to change this over to the standardized. Unfortunately, this would only affect the gun, so we can't use that. We're actually going to try out particle conversion emitter. This is a second one that a lot of people have been asking me about, so we will try this out. Okay, again. Oh, before we go in.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops.
Could be. Either shields or defense. You never know. But shields are a possibility.
Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship. Let's go!
I believe it was in the
Breach
Q&A
response
section,
confirmed. Approaching location.
but I skipped the Q&A section because I don't normally do that. So I just covered the main stuff that's coming in September. So stuff about the Q&A section, that one you can watch on your own if you want to.
Get a real feel for it. Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operations zone. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy. Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I messed up there. Unlike gap in time, it doesn't look like it's benefiting me a lot, so that's a bit of a problem. Okay. Particle emission was actually not bad. Okay. Also, I think they made the game sounds louder than before, which is really interesting. Okay. Not quite sure what happened there, but that's fine. Okay, last but not least, we'll have to use Power Beyond, so we will always test each of these modules in turn. Let's see if this is okay. I don't know what they actually did to the sounds, but they definitely adjusted this. Okay.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location.
Again?
It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
Well, enjoy your bedtime. Rest well, buddy.
Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location.
To this day, this will be the only character that actually requires my focus, which amuses me greatly. Oh man, got banged in a corner. Oof.
Drop the beat. Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to measure this separately because this test is a bit foobar. Because I had a death that I didn't have in the other tests, so a bit unfair, but we'll adjust it in a little while.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy. This is the high point. Let's pump it up.
Okay. It's 509. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time because I just want to see and be sure. So far, particle emitter gives the best bang for buck. Which I find very, very interesting.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Descendant,
So one more time, we're going to use Power Beyond.
Material formation signal in the skies nearby. Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
And this time we're gonna measure it without dying. So if the other dude just spawns, we're just gonna ignore him as we always do. Because Luna can't break his thing without breaking stance anyway. And obviously for efficiency, we would not be breaking stance. To be honest, I'm actually looking forward to the Lepic changes most, because seeing Lepic become viable again might be a very interesting thing. I am genuinely hoping that the changes will make him a viable farmer again, because he is a starter. He is effectively a starter Pokemon, and I'm sure a lot of people like he would be the first one they start with. It's a bit disappointing when you can't bring your starter toward the end. It's why they put so many modules that have this focus on defense and stuff like that, because they just want Ajax to be good. But fingers crossed that we'll see some of that. Right? The fact that I call Luna Snow is hilarious.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
Nah. Daya will never come to this game. She will never be released. Don't ever hope for Daya to be released, okay? I don't know when she'll be released, honestly, but everybody's been asking about it. Like, yo, calm down. They'll tell you when she's ready, okay? I don't know so much about the change, because quite frankly I have to see whether or not it's easier or harder to hit the notes. To me it looked like they copied Metal Hellsinger, but the notes look pretty fast. I'll be real about that. So hopefully it will be easy enough for people to play, but it looked like it was consuming a lot of MP and that they were missing a lot of shots. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna try and stay open-minded about it, but like the current system is very easy to understand. Just hit the squares, you know. So if the new system is not quite this simple, then there may be problems. Because as it is, people struggle with what do you call those invasion puzzles? Just think about how much they'll struggle hitting notes that are coming rapidly. You lose a lot of MP if they miss notes, which is what the whole problem was. I saw them missing notes and draining MP, so I was like, okay. Okay, so Power Beyond is not really showing great results. So I think it'll be between Gap in Time and Particle Emission Converter. Let's figure out which one is best. Again, we'll start the run again.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion
What do you
of
mean by
Breach
they
troops
changed the
have been
drone? Oh, in the invasions. Oh yeah, no, I seen that one, but
requesting
I
takedown
rarely
enemy
go in there.
assault ship.
I only went in once just to see the change, but lol. They've done so many changes for that since release, so It would not surprise me, brother.
Creature response confirmed. Approaching location.
Nah, just testing the trigger modules. My build is still the same. It hasn't changed since last season. I mean, there's no reason to change the build itself. It functions beautifully. The only thing I want to test is which is the best trigger module. Luna is just basically playing Guitar Hero, that's it. Nothing special or fantastic.
Colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operations zone.
The main issue is that a lot of people just find her minigame hard to do on controller. And I can completely understand that. Not everybody likes it. So yeah, but on PC, on mouse and keyboard, it's really easy to do. So all I have to do is just, you see where the square comes up, just hit the note on the square, done. And she'll just pump up the beat. So for me at least, this type of thing is really easy to do.
Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
And the faster you clear the notes, the more you can hit the passion stage. That's all you really want to do. Okay. Yes, sir, Mr. 80 Games X. I'm so sorry, but please take note that we are an international channel, so I am going to have to require you to speak English here so that everybody can understand and participate in the discussion. My apologies for this, but I hope you don't mind using English here. If you do not speak English, then I am unable to help you, sir. So please take note of that. Not that we want to be mean, but that's literally how it works. Okay. Let's equip the particle conversion emitter, and we'll now do a retest. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Descendant, Volga's comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed.
Warning. Large-scale dimensional breach.
Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
Range of sight. Vacated along the side and capture zone. All descendants in the vicinity. Please respond to ground interception.
colony of breach creatures spotted inside the operation zone. Primary tactical objective confirmed. Requesting search and destroy.
I think particle conversion emitter is it has similar problems. So although it's pretty decent, the best bang for your buck is going to be gap in time. So for anyone that wants Luna, use gap in time. That is probably the best bang for your buck. And now let me go finish off these Colossi. Then we'll kill the wall crasher. Same thing that we always do. Pinky and the brain style. Stallone's wife, set to boss kill mode. Come on, come on, come on. Bossa Nova. Inversion reinforcer set to bossing. Okay. First one is Dead Bride. Let's head over. But anyway. I think, I hope the Ultimate Luna will be good. I'm looking forward to her new Transcendent modules. To be fair, from what I did actually see, it looks like it's going to be quite cool. Not going to lie. Okay, that's done. My thoughts on the dev stream are that I think Ultimate Luna is definitely going to be fun. The lounge is going to be a time sink, but I'm going to gacha all the collectibles, so I'm really looking forward to that. The Lepic changes I am very positive about, and also the leaderboard changes so that we can see like the top builds for Serena and all that kind of stuff. Like, I think that'll be really, really cool. I want to see what people are building in order to achieve the top timings, and that I think will be something really, really awesome. So that is something that I can really respect, because we've been asking for people for the ability to, in essence, audit the leaderboards, and now we have that. They're literally giving us exactly what we asked for, so yeah. Very, very happy to be able to see all that. Like, the quality of life changes are going to be really good. And this, I think, will benefit us long term. Yep, gonna hit it. Just gonna try and score some extra Transcendent modules. Then while I wait for it, I'm going to work on my Raid Shadow Legends at the same time. Okay, let's sit there. Now, I cannot neglect the Shadow Legends. Okay, change this over. 6, let's go. But yeah, overall, I'm quite satisfied with the dev live stream. However, there seems to be a very particular focus on, shall we say, matters that may be less savory. So I do hope that they will at least adjust their focus, because their focus does seem, in the current context, to be very, I guess we should say, heavily goon focused. So that, I think, will be something that ultimately should change. But we'll see. As others have mentioned in chat before, I think one of the biggest factors that we have to look at is the fact that if this ultimately benefits the game, in the sense that it brings us more revenue for content, then that's completely fine, and I will never be against that, and I have never been against that, because I think that ultimately it is important for this game to earn, and they need to be able to continue earning. That to me is logical, and it makes a lot of sense. So fingers crossed that that is the reason why they have such a focus on the goonerisms. But yeah. Obviously not Entree. Are you okay, sir? Hello, GMass92. How you doing? Okay, well, crash time. Just going to very lazily clear it. Then after that, we will carry on. Oh no.
You're in my way.
Oh, double no.
What terrible time.
Oh no. My death.
You're in my way.
Well, yeah. Not only are you late, it looked like your cat was typing on your keyboard. They just added new trigger modules, that's it. They said that they would improve the other trigger modules, but they didn't really show any of the improvements. I guess we'll have to wait till the patch notes. But, yeah. That's all that they really said. They said that they're going to work to keep improving the trigger modules, so I will look forward to that. I think if they continue to work to improve the trigger modules, then life is good, everything is good, everything is fine. And that's something that I am completely okay with. Now, Wall Crasher is done. I have finished up a couple other things. I need to now head back to Albion because what I'm going to do with the time that I have left on this stream is I'm actually going to farm the Void Erosion Purge. I need cores so I can work on some other weapon shenanigans. And while I work on said weapon shenanigans, the last page. All things considered, probably. Considering the fact that we can have 4 fire rate cores in there. So, yeah. Excava might indeed be the way to go. But I need more green cores. Back to farming power. Excuse me. Okay. I'm just going to run all fire rate. All fire rate because that's what we need. Okay, this is unneeded. These two are fine. Don't want to keep too many duplicates, you know. Actually, the so-called HP recovery modifier, I might actually keep that. Is it even necessary? Oh well, I'll think about it later. There is a cap. But I don't know if we hit the cap actually. Let me see. It's easy enough to test. Okay, yeah, we do hit the cap. Without this, where are we at? Since the cap is 2,000, Let me go see. Does it? Okay. Let me see now. I have one that I can swap anyway, so this is not gonna matter. Give me more electric. There we go. Okay, so I'm still at 2,000. So yeah, if I can get two 20% cores, yeah, it might get just close because we have to get as close to the cap as possible. But it's okay, I can modify it later. I'll stick with 3 fire rate cores for now. Either way, I still haven't finished coring this. But yes, at least 2 of them at 20% would definitely drastically change this. And we would need the shell crusher, but that's not a problem. That's not an issue at all. Okay. Well, Mystic Mayhem, the thing is that we don't know. We will have to see. On a personal level, I am going to focus on ensuring that it can at least mob, and then we will adjust accordingly. But now I need more cores. So let's go. I'm planning on building the Excava together with what's her face? Serena at the same time. Let's go. We do that. Okay, good. We're almost done here. Get out of my way! You know, guys, this is my favorite version of this map. The original version. I understand that they wanted to introduce a little bit of variety, but I'll always favor this version of the map, no matter what.
Maneuvering. This is easy. Stay calm. Target subdued. This is easy.
How do I feel about Ultimate Luna? Why would you... Finesse, you know me. Why would I give my judgment early? There's no way to know until we actually play her. You know that this is how we do things here. You're not a first-time viewer, so you should know that. Look, my first impression is that it looks okay, but I will always test it in the game because anything can look okay in the lab. Anything can look okay, you know, in a situation that's curated to make it look okay. We'll see in actual combat. I will give it the exact same treatment that I've given all other builds. We'll test it when it actually comes out. And yeah, we'll finalize. So, I'm sorry, but I can never give an early judgment. Ugh. Do your best, Entree. Don't get cooked in your finals.
Emergency preparations.
That's all. You might be an entree, but you do not want to get cooked, brother.
You're in my way.
Yep. The very second, though, that I get my hands on her, I will do a testing stream, and then we can make a judgment from there. You know?
A little more.
I think that that's the best way. I'll be using that as the reference for sure, Austin, and adjusting accordingly. I should still have the correct reactor though, because yeah, I need to overlap the timings for sure. The only other thing I've seen is Wave of Light. I've heard that that was another popular thing. I don't know why, but I guess I'll figure it out at some point. I did loosely build it, I remember.
According to plan. Maneuvering.
I should have drawn them in. That was silly of me.
This is easy.
I think for this section I have to draw them in.
I can do this.
For this section it's okay. Morning, Mortem. Morning, Bad. Although your name is Bad, I hope you're doing good.
Aim for the weak spot. Clear. I can do this. This is... I expected that. I can do this. This is easy. According to plan,
Oh, for the target debuff for 3 seconds.
I can do this.
So that's what Wave of Light is used for, Austin? Okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, it makes sense to me.
You're in my way. This is easy. My shields need to recharge. Target subdued.
Well, no, the MP I understood. I was just wondering if there was a special effect to it. The MP is, yes, anything with impact rounds will restore MP, so you don't have to use like a specific type of hand cannon. What you need is just something with a high crit rate. Oh, you're talking about Nizastras? I was asking about Wave of Light. But if the Wave of Light is solely for the MP regeneration, did it have a high crit rate? I can't remember. I have to check its crit rate. Oh wait, the guaranteed crit. Is it because of the guaranteed crit? Is that why? I mean, it makes sense though. Let me remember. Because I was working on it for a short while, then I forgot about it. Its base crit rate isn't high, but it does have the unique ability of Solar Halo. Yes, 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 that's right. Firearm critical hit rate fixed at 100%. Yeah, okay. That does make a lot of sense.
This is easy.
Yeah, but all you have to do is just reload with her and it'll be up.
According to
That's
plan.
good enough.
dude. Shields down.
Well, tell your dog I said hi back.
You're in my way. This is easy. You're in my way. I can do this. Clear. Stay calm. Emergency preparations. Wipe them out. Wipe them out. So sloppy. You're in my way.
Okay, nice. Well then, why'd you make your dog mad? Hashtag sad for you, bro.
Clear. This is easy. This is easy. Fighting back.
And I forgot to scan them. Damn it. Good night, Gabak. Thank you very much for being here. I'll see you in the morning, pal.
You're in my way. According to plan. My shields need to recharge.
I mean, I would anyway. Anything that doesn't hit cap, I would slam as many fire rate cores into it. Now, granted, with the Excava, I did not actually check the cap, but yes.
I expected that.
Essentially, anything that doesn't hit the cap, as many fire rate cores as possible.
Target subdued. Clear. My shields need to recharge.
Probably not, all things considered. I mean, considering the... Why did I shoot that?
I can do
Considering the fact that the cap is only 2,000, you know, it makes sense that impact rounds would probably never hit the cap.
this is easy. I expected that.
That's why we do what we do, brother. I'm gonna set up 30 runs. I need to see where I'm at though. Where I'm actually at with it. Wave of light. Let me head back to Albion and I'll see where I'm at. I remember I started some work on it, but I never finished it. I've noticed a lot of you guys watching some of the older vids. Just do take note that they do make changes to the game. So sometimes you don't want to be checking out older vids because they may be less useful to you. Good night, Adam. Okay, let's see. First, base stats. Okay. Nice critical multiplier. Nice weak point multiplier. Multi-hit damage doesn't really matter. So we'll go for crits and everything else. Okay, since we have 100% on the crits when reloading. We would maximize that. Okay. Excuse me. It's after reloading. Okay. So if that's the case, yeah, this is the one where we actually built into all that. But the multi-hit damage, if I recall, is low, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we actually probably don't need the additional chances because I'm missing concentration priority. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll take that out for the elements. Okay. So, let me see. We're missing elementals, and I haven't leveled this up. I will level this up later tonight. And we'll add 2 of the Almondine slots so I could have concentration priority. And we will add in the fire priority as well. We'll keep payout where it is. And if not necessary, we can have like a minor multi-hit in there. The Lunar Halo buff. Yeah, firearm attack 20%. It's pretty decent. So if we can increase the fire rates to maximum, then this will be pretty good. I will readjust. I'm planning on readjusting this anyway, so that will be the plan. And I want it to have no recoil when firing it so I can aim perfectly at weak points to get maximum multipliers. Oh, would it be hip fire accuracy? Actually, what is the hip fire accuracy? It's only 30. Even if I were to increase it by 100%, that would take me to 60-ish. I could. I actually could. I will try it with hip fire accuracy and see how that goes. That's a valid thing. There's a couple of things I can do, but first I'll need the course. Okay, let me call Kaz first. Shoo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-doo. Good morning. Did you sleep well? Okay, I'm happy to hear that. Good morning today, and I hope you will have a good day today, yeah? Okay. I shall indeed, and I will see you later tonight. Okay. Love you. Have a good day. Bye. Okay. That is done. All right. Which character is wearing that? Oh, it's Luna. Is that Luna? No, it's Serena. Oh my god. That's actually pretty cool. They dressed up Serena, but I thought it was Luna because of the hair. That's an interesting style. I gotta actually pull that off. That is actually cool. This is the old Serena I had, but let me just see, because I want to imitate it, but I want to imitate it with my punk rocker style. Sorry, with my holy style. But I can still put the punk rocker hair on. And for the hair dye, I believe I gave her like the... Sorry, not that. Or I could give her the holy hair. She becomes like a punk angel. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, punk angel Serena. Hell yeah. Now that's a punk angel if I ever saw one. Okay, now back to reality. Snap back to reality. Yup, there goes gravity. Now tonight, thanks to you guys, we will be using the new skins, so do look forward to that. All right. We will have Nell all snug in this later today. So thank you to all of you for doing that, and I look forward to rolling that with you guys. Okay, I need to go to washroom for a bit, then we will head back in and blast through the VP. Also, I gotta delete some crappy trigger modules. Hold up.
Modules
Before I
will make you
forget.
stronger.
Anything with no full gold rolls can go directly where I don't have to think about it. That one's almost perfect, so I'll actually keep the cycle amplifier. Joyous. Joyous, joyous, joyous. Okay. I'll BRB and then I will finish out by spamming this. Okay, we're back. Now, let's get this done fast.
According to plan. Maneuvering. Fighting back. Target subdued. My shields need to recharge. Target subdued. You're in my way. Shields down. I can do this. My shields need to recharge. Emergency preparations. Stay calm. You're in my way. Target subdued. You're in my way.
I just realized I'm not using the full speed stick. Let's use the full speed stick. Come on. There we go. I still need to fully upgrade that speed stick, but when I do, it should be even faster than before.
I can do this. Stay calm. Shields down. Clear.
Good night, Baron. But yes, I shall use the stick of speed. Because the right way to do this.
Analysis complete. Just a little more. Fighting back. Emergency preparations. Target subdued. I can do this. I expected that.
Thanks. Yeah, the usual is fine.
Target subdued.
Got my lunch sent to me today.
This is easy. Target subdued.
Oops.
Aim for the weak spot.
That was unfortunate.
According to plan.
I was a bit too eager and cast my skill before it was ready. I'd planned to draw them all in, but oof. Now for that, the run would have been done a lot faster. So that was a bit of an oopsie on my part.
Wipe them out.
Nice. Okay.
Do this. I prepared for it.
Now then, ladies and gents, if you guys have any questions or queries, now is actually the time to ask. Because I will just eat some lunch and then carry on. Later on, I'll have a summary video about the patch notes as well, if you guys are interested in that. But yeah, if you guys got questions, now is probably the best time to ask. This is the same one on my channel, the farming build, dude. Have you seen it already? If you haven't followed my builds, you should always follow my builds. They're always posted on my YouTube channel. Oh, nice. I'll go bum around Axion Plains and eat in between.
In the vicinity, please respond to ground interception.
Anything alive? No Colossi alive here. That's fine, though. I'll just chill. Yay! If you guys have any questions about the game other than like the builds and stuff, like the build questions you can ask, but I'll just direct you to my videos. If you guys got any other questions, feel free to ask them now. I'll try and answer whatever I can. Oh, that's right. I should swap over for boss killing. surprised it's not raining. I mean, in the game.
New subscriber detected.
I don't have a best Descendant. Mostly because I believe in games like this, you want to have a roster. So I don't have a best. I don't have a favorite either, but I do like several of them. Nell, Haley, Glay, these are some of my coolest Descendants, I guess. I also really like Jaber. Ines's third ability was not nerfed, and the nerf for Ines happened a long time ago. I think you might be using the wrong build, Mr. Dominic Carenas. Are you using my build? Because if you're not using my build, then it might be that you're playing incorrectly. I can happily show you after Wall Crasher. After I eat my lunch in Wall Crasher, I can show you my Ines build in action in Axion Plains. It definitely does damage, but using it correctly is very important. Only one nerf happened, and it was a long time ago. You probably do. I hate to say it, but most of the time that people say, you know, something got nerfed, it's usually a skill issue or they're just not following my builds. Following my build is the most important thing. If you're following my build, then you want to always watch my streams, learn my playstyle. That's very important. That's how you maximize. But yeah, after Wall Crasher and after I finish eating, I'll show you. Well, that's why you must never change things. If you change the wrong thing, you will cause problems for yourself. If you follow my builds, no problems.
Descendant, I've picked up a mutant material
Okay, here we
formation
go.
signal in the skies nearby.
Damn. All Serena squad. Nice. Yeah, I did very little there. Good though. Okay. I'll finish my food and then I will showcase Ines. Okay. This is the same Ines build I showed you guys. No differences. Arche tuning, all the same, no differences. Exactly what I showed you guys in my spoiler video. Okay. Power Beyond here. We're not using Death by 1,000 cuts because Power Beyond is actually a little bit better. Just a little bit, but it is better. Okay. Here we go. Although I really should test Death by 1,000 cuts again, ever since the change. Okay, first crater, private. Here we go.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed. Approaching location.
Give up.
If you get the charge timing correct, you should be able to deal like 40 million. So, y'all saw it right there. No problem.
Vulcan special assault ship identified.
Against big groups of enemies, just use your first skill and your fourth skill, and you're fine.
Vulgus
Well,
comms traffic
first,
is
second, and
increasing
fourth.
at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Vulgus special assault ship identified. Vulgus special assault ship spotted.
Excuse me.
Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
Okay. I'm just gonna let them drop.
Let's end this. Don't you dare run away.
Now, sometimes if you don't crit, because look, 100% crit rate is always impossible, right? There'll be some times where you don't hit. Yeah, if you don't hit the crit, you may take one extra cast, but usually it's okay. Now, once the steel pincer comes out, please remember to blast it off with the rocket launcher, and then
Here it comes. This is going to hurt. There's no getting away.
there we go.
Loading.
follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Respond immediately. Volgus special assault ship spotted. Here it comes.
Well, follow my build. I just don't care about the ships. Because for me, it doesn't matter. I just let them drop and kill them.
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Now, if you get interrupted, your skill won't cast, so be careful about that.
Get out of my way.
Sometimes you have to dodge first before casting. There we go. Now, if you want to do this faster, take the rocket launcher and destroy his back armor, because that's what's slowing you down. If you destroy his back armor first, you will actually go a lot faster. Ooh, damn, died. Check the build video, dude. You just have to follow the build video. Understand? If you follow the build video, you'll be okay. If you don't follow the build video, then I cannot help you. As long as you follow the build video, you're fine. There you go. Simple. I am, however, going to take the same mission and test the difference. I want to see if death by 1,000 cuts is better. Again.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
I like to test little things like this.
Inbound to location. Volgus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Volgus special assault ship identified. Volgus special assault ship spotted. Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
If you want to be a bit faster, you can. Yeah.
Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. formation.
Okay, they're there.
Respond immediately. Oldest special assault ship spotted. Get lost. Come on, out of the way. Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Now, if you want to do this one faster, grab one of these, shoot the armor off him, or at least get close to deleting his armor, and that'll help out. Once his armor is broken, he's pretty easy to kill. His armor breaks at about half health, so you can take advantage of that. There we are. Death by 1,000 cuts, I think, for Ines will now be still a little bit faster than Power Beyond. Hey, welcome home. Yeah, I didn't know how long the live stream thing would be, so I actually took my dinner upstairs today, and I was just showcasing that Ines can easily handle pretty much any of these situations as fast as she can. All she really needs to do is just wipe things out. But after the improvement to Death by 1,000 cuts, I think it's actually doing better. So this
Descendant,
really,
a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the
really
area.
is making me enjoy
Breach
Ines a bit
creature
more.
response confirmed. Approaching location. Descendant, bogus comms traffic is increasing at your location. It looks like Legion of Breach troops have been deployed. Bogus special assault ship identified. Bogus special assault ship spotted.
Those of you who like the play style involving the what you call it? Those of you who like the play style involving bravery set will probably get more value here with Death by 1,000 cuts because you can trigger your fourth skill a lot more. So for those that favor that play style, just take note. You will actually get more value here with Death by 1,000 cuts since you'll be casting your skills a lot more.
Be careful.
Which means more Death by 1,000 cuts, which means more damage. Well, more mobbing damage. You will lose a bit of bossing capability, but that's fine.
follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Respond
Nice.
immediately.
No problem, Kingslayer. Happy to help. I myself never do challenge mode on principle, but I'm glad it helped.
Descendant, primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Don't you dare run away. Come on, out of the way. Give up.
Damn. For this one, again, I really think it's better to just grab the rocket launcher and blow his back armor off. There we go. Once his back armor's off, easy. Darn it, I hate this guy. And this is why I actually prefer other characters, because other characters, they handle the bosses easier. But yeah, there you go. Okay, now back to Albion. Now, for those of you guys that missed my earlier rewatching of the dev live stream, please take note that I will have a video up for you guys. So thank you very much for joining me today. I will actually be heading off now, but don't worry because I'll be back this evening to work on some more stuff. So thank you very much. All right, you guys have been an awesome, awesome audience. And I'll see you all on the next one. Don't do anything too weird while I'm gone. All right, and I'll catch you all later.